Welcome to the Great Maker Chat live stream, everybody. How's it going? My name is Jerry from Las Vegas, and how is everyone? Each and every Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific, we go live here in Las Vegas, and we have up to 10 people at a time, makers from around the world who want to pop in. They talk about their hobbies, projects, things we're working on. We talk about FDM printing, resin printing, CNC, painting, what else? Lasers, cooking. Talk about a little bit of anything and everything. And I had a live stream yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. No, it was 2 nights ago. Anyway, yeah, I kind of had a couple problems with live stream. Well, first off, the paperwork that's in the top of the box, which was in the styrofoam in the lid over yonder, had to go dig it out. I eventually found it. Everybody's like, paperwork and the USB stick is in the top. Well, I forgot to pull the foam out of the top, which was the bottom when I took the lid off and threw it on the floor. And then later when I tried to do a print. Now, the printer came with a roll of ABS, and I opened it up and I showed everybody the ABS. I did not print with ABS, nor was I going to print with it, because I had pre-sliced a Benchy in their software, their slicer, and I was going to use some purple filament from TH3D. When I fed it to the nozzle, I couldn't get it to feed the nozzle, and everybody was watching and seeing that happen. So after the stream, I contacted the company, because I wasn't sure how to take apart the hot end and the nozzle. So they told me. So first thing I did is I took a wrench and I took the nozzle off. No biggie. It's about an inch long. Then I took out 2 screws. Once it was hanging with the wire still connected, I turned it sideways, took out 3 more tiny bolts. Then the throat pulled out of the heat sink. And inside that throat, at the very top of it, was a piece of filament that was stuck in it and a little burnt piece that was red, not any color I was using, from the factory. That's what screwed up the live stream. And I didn't tear that apart during the stream because I wasn't quite sure how involved that would be or where the problem was. But let me show you a picture really quick, and I'll show this again later. Here's what screwed everything up right here. Yep, a little piece of filament and that little tiny burnt bit, which isn't very big. That's why I couldn't feed filament to the hot end to print the Benchy. Once I got that done after the live stream, it's been printing like a champ ever since. It's been no problem whatsoever. Welcome everybody in chat. I see we have a lot of people here. I threw a lot of your comments up on the screen. Welcome everyone. We have 1 person in the back room at the moment. If more people would like to drop in, you're welcome to do that. And later we'll be giving away 1 roll of Ziltech filament, PLA, PETG, or ABS. It will be USA only. And all you have to do in chat is type hashtag USA. Doesn't matter. It's not case sensitive. Large letters, small letters, and we'll do a drawing. You can win anywhere in the world, but it must go to a USA address. You need to contact me within, let's say, 24 hours, 48 hours, a day or 2, so I can get that information in. You must be present to win, and that's about it. It's pretty simple. If you win it and you don't want it, and you want me to redraw, you can give it to somebody else in chat that's here, or I can just redraw. So, yeah, just do like Jedi did. Type in Bang USA in chat. See, my wife, Betty Boop, even typed in Bang USA in chat, since she does 3D print. So she might as well, right? But I myself don't enter. And I've got 1 more person in the back room. Hey, Wally Gator, what's going on? 1 more person in the back room I'd like to bring in right now, and more people are welcome to drop in. And I've got the Cheaty X+3 right behind me printing away. Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Hey, yeah, I'm okay. I'm pretty good.
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah, I'm working. I got my resin printer going. I've got a bunch of resin I've been getting in from Jamhee. I'm currently printing with some white resin. It's kind of like milk. It's really thick. And my first big print, I'm doing a bust for the Mandalorian at 200%. It failed. It had a big raft on the forge and a raft on the build plate and nothing in between. Anyway, I contacted a company. They gave me a few recommended settings, and then their people are going to get back with me on how I should handle certain types of resin that they've sent me. And which one do I like better, the bamboo or the Cheaty? I don't know at this time. I'm still working with it. Give me a week and I put out an official video on it once I printed a lot of stuff, and then I can give my opinions on both of them. So,
hey, 3D PUK.
3D PUK, hello, not 3D Puck, 3D PUK. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Tim Nudd,
hello. Oh, I say it worse. I say 3D Punk.
3D Punk. So, yeah, I said his name wrong. Hey, Sebastian, how you doing? Yeah, everybody won on the giveaways.
Hey,
if you won Polymaker Filament the other day, I sent you the link to fill out for the company, and then I contacted Polymaker with the information I needed to give on the winners' names. And then all the Ziltech filament, they've been contacted. That's been mailed out. And then some stickers, I got those mailed out, so everything's taken care of from live stream. Because I don't put things off. I get things done immediately. So If
I
none
have
of the-
some good news.
Oh, you got a tracking number.
Yeah.
When's it coming?
Next Monday or Tuesday, probably.
Yay!
So,
Want a printer? Your wife won a printer back on LM's show at the beginning of December, and it's finally coming. That's amazing.
yeah, he contacted me yesterday morning, and he sent me the information over, and I'm like, yeah. So I just have to get a box now for it, a color changing box.
Well, you can watch Sebastian. It's posted. You can rewatch it if you like. It's not live, but you see everything that went wrong.
My dog just came to me.
Oh, cool. Yeah, my lighting I thought was
stink.
right for the stream.
Phew, what did you eat? Damn, doggy.
Yeah, it happened to me in the stream the other day. I'm unboxing the damn thing, and I got this really bad odor, and it wasn't my wife. It wasn't me, so it had to have been the dog. So.
Oh, you have a bad breath. Did you eat some cat poop or something?
And now my dog's here. Said, Daddy, I want a Rich. You're screaming, so now give me a cracker. Boy starts barking at me.
No, Lily, I don't want to play. Go away. Go away.
Here you go. You're all dirty.
You
Here's
smell.
something here's something here that I think. Here's the bench. Let me show you some stuff here. There we go.
I finally have my bamboo coming.
This was done on the new printer, the X Plus 3. This is from Clock Spring, TH3D filament, and I have no stringing, no width, nothing on it. Usually, I always have little widths everywhere. Well, there's a couple. You can see right here. There's one. But throughout all that netting, I see no widths or anything, any stringing. I'm printing a box for it in the same color. And then it comes with a lid. So there's one problem. I've contacted Clock Spring. You put the lid on, and it kind of falls right through. So it needs to be a hair bigger. So rather than me size it up, I would rather he fix the file, and I don't have to guess how much bigger it needs to be. But that's like a little lid. It's like a little dice thing, I guess. You shake them up, drop them out. I don't know. But I'm printing a box in the same color that goes around it. This will be in my video. And then 1 second, back room. And I got, here's a benchy that I did.
No. Does it swim?
Yeah. The benchy's okay. I mean, I've seen better. I've seen a lot worse. Nothing wrong with it. It's okay. But that was my first official print that I did on the printer, of course, would be a benchy, 5% infill. And I picked this, I had temp at 220. So, but anyway. Yeah, they're both
Who invented the benchy anyway?
Both PLA. I don't know.
I wonder who invented the benchy.
We got Vincent, 1977, all out. Vincent, hello.
Hey, guys.
How goes it today? Yeah, they're both in PLA, Chewy.
So, can finally walk again a little bit after 2 weeks. What's going on, okay? Been 3D printing some bullets for like a display case. So it's gonna end up like this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Painted it. I still need some paint for the bullet part itself, but it's almost done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you mean? You making it like this? The top?
You put
no, it's gonna be more like a brass color.
Oh, all right.
So,
you should have went with copper filament.
Yeah, but I can only print one color.
Yeah, use what you have on hand. You couldn't afford to buy another roll of filament.
Exactly.
And you already got a mile of filament. Use what you got.
Half a spool of gold laying around, so I was like, okay, use that one. Yeah, and then I use this kind of paint from Revel. So it dries very quick, so takes about,
I made on my video. I made a pinned comment on my video under my live stream because it really irritated the shit out of me when somebody said that's a real amateur move. You're printing ABS at PLA temperatures. Well, I wasn't, and I didn't imply that I did. Somebody wasn't paying attention to the live stream.
He's just winding you up. Don't worry about it, I think.
Yeah. Well, when I read it, it wound me up because I'm not stupid. I knew what had happened to the printer. So it came with ABS black. I showed it, but I didn't print with it. I sliced the benchy in PLA, which I showed the purple. And then heat break was clogged with red filament from the factory. And there was even red filament debris underneath the bed when I raised the bed and was printing later. And Matt's like, okay, shut up. You already said that. So, anyway.
I want to show off my
Underwear?
thing. My thing what I've been printing and working on. I made a little turtle. Oops. And a stand for it, so hopefully this will work all out. And I did make a big one already, but it's a different model.
Yeah, the heat break, it even cranked up to heat 280 while I was working on it on my live stream to 280. But no, whatever was in the top of the heat break and the cool thing wasn't coming out.
Yeah, this one is just a prototype. So, and I can take the top off. So I have a stand for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Tim from up in Canada. Hey, Tim.
Hey. Hello. That's
Really
cool, man.
Yeah. Just have to get it right on the hole. So, yeah. It's very heavy. A roll of filament, definitely. And I still have to smoothen out this one side right here.
Are you scared that it will break?
No. Right there I have a little tear in. And I need to fill it and sand it down and repaint it.
Do you need sheet cut part?
But otherwise it's very nice.
So yeah, and for now I'm 3D printing parts for an IKEA lacquer cabinet.
And this is supposed to be a turtle shell, like a little bowl.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you have like put this on the table like this, you know.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah, I think it came out very nice. To come out, prints in 2 parts, and then you glue the parts together. So you can see the parts. I mean, I really can't do anything about the line. I mean, it's the best I can do, you know. But very proud of it. My own design, and the turtle is very popular online. And I've seen the same turtle downloaded over like 20,000 times.
Oh, wow.
Chris Mink, here's a comment right here. Oh my God, I see you're using the PLA settings to print ABS/GF. That was a horrible blunder. No, I was printing with PLA at 220. It wasn't a horrible blunder. So, anyway.
This really bugs you.
Yes, I'm still talking about it. I got 3 more hours to go.
Well, people make assumptions without knowing exactly what's going on, and I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make assumption of Jerry's all the time. Like,
but have I ever received a printer that I couldn't print right away? No, I've never received a printer that automatically didn't work. I've never had a clogged heat break before. Not in it wasn't at the nozzle; it was at the top of the heat break. So anyway, oh well.
Oh, you did figure out the clog finally? Like,
yeah. Here's a picture of it right here. Here's what killed my live stream.
oh, okay, wow.
That was in those 2 little bits was at the top of the hot end. I was trying
what color were you trying to print?
Purple PLA.
And so they had red clogged in there. Okay.
Yeah, it was in the heat break at the top. It wasn't even at the nozzle. So yeah. No worries.
And I made a little spoon. And I made this for a company who wants it. Only they need lots of spoons, right? Because yeah, I don't know. It's a chemical company, and I reckon they use it as a measurement because I want it in a certain size.
Yeah.
So in a certain depth and everything and measurement. So I did this, and I brought over a couple of days ago 5 of them, and show it to them, and they said, "Yeah, perfect. We order like so and so many, and now I printed all half a day, 5 hours. I printed like 50 of them. So, more than that actually.
How are all of
They
you
were very
getting?
nice.
I'm doing great, having an awesome day. Right before the live stream, I was messing with my computer with my BIOS and trying to get my RAM to work properly. I got 32 gigs. I wasn't reading it properly. I'm talking to Matt in the back room. I got all my screens set up. My computer got a blue screen of death, which I haven't seen in years.
No,
I had to reboot, go back on the BIOS, set it to BIOS. I ordered 64 gigs of RAM. It'll be here tomorrow. Because when I was running Lightsheet, it's taking Lightsheet like forever and forever, and it's using 96% of my memory when Lightsheet is trying to render anything. So,
did you test it out yet when you're using all the FX in your screen? Like
yeah, I
Dropbox,
went back in the
Drop
Task
game?
Manager, and right now Task Manager is barely drawing anything. So it's working good.
There you go. There's another shell what I made.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one of my prototypes, because you can see a big 2 number on it. The bigger version, the number 3 version, doesn't have that anymore, and it opens up so you can hide stuff in there or whatever you want to do. You know, I thought about this like I came it up with, when in the hotels you get those little meals on the wheel, and they have like this dome on top over the food to keep it flies off and all this. And I came up with the same idea. Why not make a tray and cover it up?
Yeah, Chewy, I got 32 gigs in. I got 4 8s right now, and I just ordered 4 16s. It's a Ryzen 7 1800X built in 2017, DDR4. And I got a 1080 Ti card in it. Anyway, it cost an arm and a leg to build a long time ago. I can't afford to build a new computer, but I can afford to just upgrade the RAM from 32 to 64 gigs. And hopefully that'll help. BIOS has some presets for 4 different types of systems, and I changed a few things. And one I didn't like, so I tried another option. Everything seemed to work fine. Lightsheet ran and got done. Editing, no problem. And then I'm on the live stream just sitting there talking to Matt, and I got blue screen of death with some error message on the screen. It's like, wow, blue screen. I haven't seen that since like Windows 7. So it's been a long time.
I have 16 gigabytes. I have no problem.
Yeah. Well, start editing stuff and see what happens.
Yeah. Try to render and edit stuff, exactly. Especially when you want to try to do it in 360.
It'll either take forever or the program will just keep shutting down and you got to reboot and rerun it. You're like, why is it shutting down? So you got to, anyway.
I'm getting 128 because I've got issues when I'm trying to edit 360 for somebody.
Mm-hmm. I'm not looking at upgrading his CPU because then I got to change out the motherboard and I don't have the money for that right now.
What kind of board you got then? AM4 or Intel? Or
It's a Crosshair 6 Hero as is.
This is the Ryzen 7, but it's the AM3 system or AM4?
I don't know.
Because I've got an AM4 and AM5 system is out, but it's still too expensive. So I'm looking into maybe buying a 16-core CPU for AM4 system. They got the same CPU in AM5. The only difference is the price, and the megahertz of the memory is way higher in AM5. That's the only difference.
DDR4 3200 is what I got. I'm putting in it and what I have in it now. Mm-hmm. So I can't put DDR5 in it. Won't support it.
No, I've got the AM4 the same, and I'm gonna upgrade my memory to 128. Take a look what the CPU does, and if it's not enough, I'm gonna switch from my 8 to a 16 core. But then I have to change out my water cooling system because it's only rated for 8 core and not for 16. Could not get enough cooling then. Need a bigger radiator.
Let me see what the
you
spec
put a chiller
on.
Sorry?
A chiller. You can buy this in the pet industry for fish tanks.
Yeah, I know,
And-
but I don't like it. My case is like this and it's built like this, you know. So
3DP
it will
UK.
pump oil too.
3DP UK. The Kitty X Plus 3 is 280 by 280 by 270. The Bamboo is 256 by 256 by 256. And this X Plus 3 does not have a camera in it. I need to contact the company to see if there's an option where one can be added, but it does not have a camera in it. But acceleration is up to 20,000 millimeters a second. Print speed 600 millimeters a second. It does have a clipper. The heated build chamber goes up to 65C.
Let's see what they've done.
And of course, I can't remember all this, so I wrote it down on a piece of paper so when I'm talking, I can look at my notes. I can't remember. And if I put everything on a teleprompter, which I don't need to, I would be like a professional. I could sit there and read the screen. You'd think, wow, man, that guy's smart. He's really good at reading that screen, isn't he? Practice makes perfect. Remember a long time ago when Brian Vines used to do some of his videos, you could tell he was reading off a teleprompter by how he was acting, and then he got to be a professional at it, so now you can't tell he's reading off teleprompters. It's like a newscaster, a person watching the news, they're reading off teleprompter. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the one, the only Tripod Garage.
Hey, John.
There's only one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey,
My
how
brother-
are you doing?
My brother had
Wow.
hip replacement surgery 2 days ago. And now his leg, he should be hopefully getting out today. His leg is an inch longer now because his hip was so destroyed, it made one leg an inch shorter than the other one.
I was gonna say, who took his other one?
Yeah.
You said it was replaced, so I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what the whole socket and the whole hip looks like, but I can imagine.
and then we got the theft camera view from DeWitt here. Security camera footage.
Yeah. Way up in the corner looking down on him.
Yep.
I can change. I mean, I can do this.
Change.
You can change, really?
It's easy.
You do it because of your wife tells you to change, or
Changes.
What's going on?
Courage?
man?
well, the song "Courage to Change"? That's a good song too. By Sierra, I think it's called Sierra. Courage to Change. Sienna.
But with this view, you can actually see what I'm doing more. Like it's.
I'm done working on cars, man.
You sound tired.
Oh, I'm beat. And then I have a broken pipe to fix in the house too.
Water pipe?
It's just outside spigot, so it's not too bad.
I didn't know that you had a bong.
I'm everything.
Hey, Richard. Hello.
Water pipe, you said,
And then I had to. Then next week I had to fix the fence because half of it blew down. Yep, fun times.
Wow.
What you eating?
Fritos. Twist.
No.
Yep.
So what have you been working on, John? Anything going on? Are you just kind of hanging out today? Or are you always working on something?
The Squeaky Cloud Laser. Then I have like 4 things coming to me at once. I'm sure they're gonna fight to see whose reviews first. So
Yeah, it's kind of
Probably.
crazy. You get nothing in the mail, and all of a sudden you're wishing you had something. Here comes 2 months. Like, oh no.
well, yeah. I mean, all of them are late. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So whichever arrives in the mail first is when I'll work on.
Yeah, I had a company contact me 3 weeks ago about trying out their resin. And I contacted them. I said, sure, send me 4 big bottles of your resin. I'll do such and such in a video. And they sent me 6. And since then, that's happened. I've received 16. And I'm just jumping for
Holy
joy
cow.
because they're $40 a bottle. So, cool. Yeah. And then I got light beer.
Yeah, I'm I'm parched, so need to hydrate.
And then I got the forged printer that I wanted, the big Ford by Peter Poly. And since I had reviewed the Kitty iPath behind me, the Cheaty iPath, I contacted them about reviewing the X Plus. They're like, sure, we'll send it out to you. So that was cool.
That's good.
So, but I had a clogged in the heat break, so that kind of killed the live stream. Oh well. Gave away some filament, so a lot of people got some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Got my wife to read chat, and that after when the day came, she's like, I don't want to do it. She kept looking for a reason for me to argue with her about it so she could throw a fit and not do it. So I let her repeat herself 30 times. I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. But she was here and did it. So it worked out okay. It's nice to have somebody read chat and interact with you while you're doing stuff. Sometimes.
It is.
Yep.
What's new with you, Tim? You got any videos you're working on or live streams or anything new?
I do have a few videos down in the pipeline. And for lives, again, I'm waiting for some parts for the rat rig to continue the build. Right now, I'm just working on Eva. I'm getting Eva all hot and ready.
That sounds
sexy.
Putting heat inserts into her and all that. So,
yeah.
And then I've decided I'm going to tear down my Trident and rebuild the Trident because I'm not liking my rainbow color all of a sudden. So I'm going to do it in as soon as my Polymaker ABS arrives. I got a whole bunch of ABS coming from Polymaker. I'm going to pick a color and I'm going to do the Trident in a standard color. But then while I do the rebuild, I'm going to do a whole bunch of modifications to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, 3D Puck, if you don't have occasional problems, it's too much like a commercial and it's perfect, right? So, and in my video that I keep bringing up about the heat break and I wasn't printing with ABS, that'll be in my video also, so you guys get to hear it again. I'll explain what happened and what I did or didn't do. So,
then I have a little printer coming to me to open up on stream. It should be here Monday or Tuesday, so they want me to live stream it, so I have to schedule a live stream for that. So, yeah, a few things down the pipeline. It's busy. It's been busy.
yeah, I seen the video this morning from Aurora Tech where the X tool came out, the big one. So,
Yeah,
got a good video on it.
that was an impressive video that Joel put out with that. What was that company in Vancouver? That big printer that somebody won on his holiday giveaway stream. It's like an industrial printer, and he went to Vancouver. He built the printer. Boy, was that ever something!
Yeah, I watched part of that, not all of it.
I haven't watched anything in a couple weeks. But I did see, as I was joining this, I did see the Aurora Tech one pop up for that PO2.
Yeah, but that's an expensive printer, I bet.
Yeah, the one Joe was building, Chewy said $15,000.
Crazy, and that somebody won that. Like, wow, incredible. Oh man, you know, I had a drill bit right here.
Oh, this is the closest I'm getting to MK4.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you notice Uncle Jesse's video? He said he's sending back the new Prusa and it's not working and he's getting clogged. He already had a billion comments, so I didn't go comment. But I noticed when he said he had a clog when it was running the hot end, the fan wasn't turning. So there's his clog right there. He said, I'm getting a clog right now. And I'm looking, the fan's not turning. So, okay. I'm not going to comment. I'm sure everybody else did, but I don't know. Yeah, those are like gummy bears. My wife likes stuff like that. I don't like gummies.
Sorry, guys, gotta run.
All right. Take care, Vince. I'll see you. See you,
Vincent.
See you, Vince.
Bye. We're live on YouTube and Twitch. We got 36 people currently watching. If anybody has any questions, please ask. If you'd like to drop in, there's a link I'll repost. You're welcome to drop in and come in on stream.
Yep.
So how many more years do you got to work till you can retire, John, or you don't plan on retiring?
No, I don't know. I don't even think about that. So,
Does your company have a pension plan or 401k?
401k.
Okay.
It's down, of course, because of the stock market's down. So
Yeah. Believe in my pension through my union, everything is invested in the stock market, and if it crashes, it affects my future money. If it does or doesn't ever come, but at the moment, I'm guaranteed a certain amount for the rest of my life. But you never know what could happen.
I never tried Elegoo filament. Never. I've gotten 3 of their printers, and it was only the sample white. That's like 50 grams. I've just thrown it out. So in each video.
Yeah, I've never tried Elegoo filament either, and I've never contacted Elegoo about reviewing a product because I never had a rep to get a hold of. So, and blindly emailing the company is usually hard. And a few companies I have contacted, when you hit support, they want to know your order number. And since I don't have one, I make up a number and then I tell them why I'm contacting them. That's actually worked a couple times. They've got back with me. Just make up an order number. So that way the system accepts the email. So what about the SVO5 in a 0G Mercury 1.1? I have not had an SVO5. I know that the SVO6, I believe it is, a lot of people have had it, and it's a lot like the Creepa, and it's a great printer, but I've never reviewed one or tried one. I want to start printing droids, but I don't want to pay $25 for a spool. I'm selling 10 spools. They're selling 10 spools for $99, which is a good price. Thing I'm trying them. It's probably PLA Plus. PLA Plus prints fine. I've done a lot of stuff in like droid type stuff in PLA Plus. There's a lot of different companies that sell it, like 10 for $100 free shipping. And the best place in the world, I think, to get droid parts, droid files right now is Droid Builders over on Etsy. I believe it's called Droid Builders. Is that the name of the Etsy site, Droid Builders?
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Phoenix dropping in. Hey, Phoenix.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm good.
SVO5 Vendor 5, okay. Droid Division, yeah. Thanks, Chris. Droid Division. On
Lily.
Yeah, let me share that because if you're on another platform and you don't understand what I say, if it's not on screen, you won't know what it was. Droid Division on Etsy is an awesome place to get Star Wars type files. Take care, Walligator. Thanks for dropping by.
See you.
Okay, sorry, I had to plug in my mic. Can you guys hear me okay?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No. Never.
Your video's kind of freezing and blurry, but yeah, we can hear you all right.
I'm sorry. I think my network is getting repaired today. So I think that's screwing up with the data transmission, which is why it looks a little funky.
Yeah, I went back to Gigablast and upgraded my modem. And then I was having PC problems, and now it turns out to be memory problems with when I'm trying to splice different things. So instead of 32 gigs, 4 8-gig sticks, I got 4 16s coming tomorrow. I put 64 in it, and because when I run Lychee Slicer, it's having problems, and that's probably why I'm having trouble with DaVinci. Quite often when I render DaVinci Resolve, it kicks my computer off.
Hey, Jerry, if I turn my video cam off, you can pull me from the group. So I can just in the chat.
I can remove you. You want me to remove you?
Well, I still want to stay in the chat to talk. It's just the video feed's so laggy right now. I don't think it.
Yeah, you can do that yourself. You can turn off your camera, and then you'll just be an emoji.
Okay, and that's what I'm gonna do.
There you go. Say something.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So, technically, I retired on the 18th of March, but yesterday was my half-century birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
So I ordered myself a new 3D printer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got another guy popping in. He's called Tripod's Missing Leg.
Yeah, you know it to be true. What is going on?
Been waiting for that leg.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. How we doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Tired.
I hear you've got the porno music going on in the background there, Jerry.
Yeah, let me turn that off. There we go.
Yeah, because Tim was talking about inserts and getting them hot and
Eva, getting Eva all worked up here.
yeah.
Hey, so Jerry, I got a quick question for you. I noticed the other day on one of your streams that you were printing in ABS but using PLA heat settings.
Yeah, you're trying to be funny. Yeah. No,
Deary me.
The company had a piece of PLA jammed in the heat break. And when I was going to print PLA, I was not using their black ABS that came, but I opened up the pack and showed everybody. And then I showed them the purple PLA from TH3D that I was going to print. And they're like, well, you've seen that anyway. Yeah, whatever.
Got it. So tell me, listen, what's that printer you got going in the background right now?
The X3 Plus by Cheedy.
The X3 Plus.
It's
That's
like the
new
Cheedy.
one, right?
Yes, it's like my big iPass that let me move my chair. There's the iPass, the big one. Then here's the little one. It's the size of a small mini fridge.
Yeah. Is it the Max 3?
No, it's not the Max.
Okay.
The Max
so what is
than
the
that.
Max? So what is the
I
Max
have-
3?
The Max 3 should be the bigger version of this. I've got the X Plus 3, which is like a Bamboo Labs printer. It's a little bit bigger than a Bamboo. The bed on this is 280 by 280 by 270. The Bamboo is 256 by 256 squared. So.
Okay. Yeah, so I've got like other people probably on here. Occasionally, well, it's weird. I've got this company that does work with me, but I never take any of their goods. And it's always like, oh, can you do this laser? And can you do this? And can you do that? And I'm like, no. Anyway, one of these printers came up, the 3 Max thing. Now, a few months ago, when they started talking about it, they told me it was 180 by 180 by 180 build volume. Okay.
Wow.
So anyway, this printer's turned up. I said, yeah, go on then. Let's do something, right? Let's just do something together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Zach popping in. Hey, Zach.
What's up?
Good.
So they've sent me the 3 Max, which I thought was going to be this 180 thing. So I've got this colossal printer that's just turned up, and I know literally zero about it, absolutely nothing about it. And I thought you had that printer. Looking at it in the background, it looks very.
Is it the QI DI red and black? QI DI. Cheating.
It's this one.
X3 Max. That's probably, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. If you're wondering, I have been working out.
So you say that's not what we hear.
Hey, listen, dude. I saw you when your dog jumped up on you earlier, and I thought that was pain, not the smell.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, baby.
Interesting.
Oh, baby. So there you go. I've got the J1 here, though, and that's a good machine. That is a good machine. I'm surprised, actually. Pleasantly surprised on how good it's been.
Okay, Jerry, I'm getting intermittent data loss, so I'm going to drop out.
All right. Well, I hope you can fix your video problems, and you have an awesome day, Phoenix. You're always welcome.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
So, who else is going to Denver next weekend?
Not me.
Not me. I'll be in Budapest.
No. Budapest. Nice.
Yeah. I'm just excited to go to an event and not have to drive there. This will be the first time I've been on an airplane in 19 years.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You know, airplanes go.
Wow.
I'm not
We're
wearing
in the movie.
There's the confidence there, Matt, that we've all been waiting for. My God.
Honestly, since 2004, things have gotten a whole lot better.
Okay. So, like I say, this thing literally turned up. I thought it was going to be something completely different. They told me it was 180 by 180 by 180.
Yeah, the small.
I know-
Okay, here's the one that I have. Here's the one you're talking about, the bigger one. I had asked my rep about this, and he said we don't have any more to send you, but we can send you this one, which is fine. So here's the one.
I've got it. I didn't even ask for it. I've got it. So,
well, you're Sam.
You can send it to me if you want.
yeah, I can't give you anything else, Matt. You know, you do tend to win all these different prizes, and you're certainly not worth it.
Talking about winning, 2 days ago, I won another Focus printer.
Yeah, it's 325, 325, 325.
Yeah, but Focus give their printers away to everybody.
Yeah.
No. That was somebody else on a different show. He said he's going to pay for it. And because he wants to give people a 3D printer. And I entered and I won. And I'm like, okay, re-roll. You know,
Well,
there's
nobody more deserving, of course, Matt, than you. So, you know, I think you should take it.
Is Focus still around? And just like Kaiwu, I mean, honestly, I haven't heard anything out of it. Those two companies.
I know. Lately, I
know Dora now works at Bamboo, and I've spoken to Dora since she's been at Bamboo, so that's good. But no, I don't. I think Phil 3D PUK got a Kaiwu, but I think the key people. And this is a really interesting time of year for all these businesses, because what tends to happen is there tends to be a staff changeover, like quite a major staff changeover this time of year, which is interesting for Creality, because I was talking to Frankie the other day, and then she announced that she'd left. So I was like, oh, great. So I don't know what's going on with these companies. They tend to have people just tend to fall about. In fact, my new contact at Creality said that I'm probably a longer standing user of their printer than any of their current members of staff. So it just goes to show. But what are you guys thinking of the K1?
Nah, I had to see it.
I have to see it.
I won't buy it.
Hello, Daniel. Didn't see you there.
If they're willing to send me one, I'd test it.
I mean,
I don't think they would send you one, though, Matt.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Light Source Engraving. Hello.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
How's it going today?
Yeah, it's we'll see how much they did mirror Bamboo.
Well, you know, when you see things like the scanning and things like that, the LiDAR scanning, I thought I've never seen that before. And how useful actually is it? So I don't know. Very bizarre. Very, very bizarre.
Well, I was toying with going to an MK4 upgrade from my MK3, but if you look at the price of that, it's less expensive to buy a K1, and a K1 on paper is a better printer than the Mark IV on paper. But realistically, we don't know.
No, I don't think the K1 is being sent to me, and then the K1 Max is coming out a month, I think, afterwards. And I think I should have it next week, is what they're saying. But, you know, they said that about the CRM4, and that took 40 days and 40 nights in customs for them to remove a USB stick. And, you know, I sort of was, you know, I hate to be the Thomas Sandlander of my own reality here, but if you aren't within the first few weeks of bringing something out, no one's going to watch that content. No one's going to care. So you have to pivot, and you have to go, okay, well, I'm going to print this on that, and this is why this is important, and and get your view across at that point. But yeah, it's weird. It's a weird one. I mean, it's a bit like the J1. You know, Jim Edutech had that, like, it feels like a year ago, but it was more like 4 or 5 months ago. But they just haven't had any to send out to anybody. So, you know.
Yeah, I've turned down reviews that, I mean, it's like I said, you go through those rounds, right? You get the first round, and then And then they do that second round like 6 months later. Where like, oh, we trying to clear inventory. Can you do a printer review or a review of this?
Then they have a staff change.
Yep.
I had a really good one the other day. Hey, we want you to review this printer, and I was like, I have already done it. Here's the video.
I had that with the lasers.
Yeah, different person with the company. Yeah, I get that all the time.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing. If I was Matt, I would say yes to every single one of them.
Oh, Matt had good news. If you guys hadn't heard, Matt, what's the good news about the printer your wife won back in beginning of December?
It's on its way. I have a confirmation number I received yesterday, and hopefully by Monday or Tuesday it should be here.
Awesome.
I just have to save up my money now for an MMU box.
An MMU box.
Well, the MM, yeah,
AMS.
box.
AMS.
Yeah, sorry, MMS. Yeah.
Get with the lingo.
Yeah.
You win stuff and you don't even know what you're talking about there, Matt.
$400, $350 and $50.
Hey, I just wanted to say thank you to Tim. A couple months ago, I was asking him questions on stream about this guy, the ATEM Mini Pro.
The ATEM, yeah.
Yeah, so I took your advice, or the words you said, and did some more research, and now that's what I've got, and it's allowing me to basically do one-take videos is what I'm doing for my YouTube channel now. So thank you for that.
Great. Awesome. Yeah, it's a good little
Why is your camera so fuzzy?
Because I knocked it out of focus yesterday and just realized I forgot to focus it back.
All right. I was like, this is good quality? Okay.
Yeah, I thought about buying an ATEM Mini Pro, but I haven't let loose $300 yet. I'm still thinking about it.
They are very good. They're very, very good piece of kit. I've just bought a Volt, which is basically a XLR to USB converter. And I don't know how that sounds, but I've been using it for the last couple of days. So, yeah.
That was an amazing convention you went to, Sam, all about Star Wars.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it really was. That was... that's kind of like every couple of years they have the Star Wars celebration. 2 years' time it's in Japan. The last one I went to was in Chicago. My first time in Chicago, of course. I didn't see John, but that was before that. So that was the first time I was in Chicago, and then that's much better. So it's been an interesting one. But yeah, it came to London. Next one's in Japan. 50,000 people walking around dressed in various kind of characters and all that kind of stuff. And I did the droid racing, and we came in sort of did that. I was there for a few days, so yeah, it was good, really, really good.
Very cool.
And then of course, Droid Division. I noticed you mentioned about those guys before. Dave was there, and you might have seen the big Imperial probe droid, the full size one of those, whizzing around. One of the builders decided that he was going to make that, spend, 6 or 7 months, I think, basically printing the files and making it, the right size and everything. And yeah, sure enough, that was there. And yeah, like I say, there's
you guys see Mandalorian yesterday. Did you see the episode? It was an awesome episode.
I didn't. I'm behind 2 episodes. So
okay,
I'm behind 2 seasons.
Oh wow.
Okay. Well, the only thing I'll say is that Grogu gets a new ride, and it's really awesome. But anyway, anybody who watched it, they know what I'm talking about. Yeah, pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Is that your impeller?
Water pump.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
For Maddie's car.
Oh no, not another one.
Not Maddie's, Brianna's car. Yeah.
The weak hole was leaking pretty bad, antifreeze.
We have 4 cars, and last Saturday, 1 out of 4 were working.
Most water pumps are so damn hard to get through. Everything on the engine's in the way. You got to take off every bracket to get to the water pump.
Yeah, so this one was the engine mount was in the way, and this thing just did not want to come out at all.
Oh, the engine's turning sideways in the vehicle then.
Oh, well, in the F-150 and in the Explorer, they're both in with the timing chain. So.
Oh, wow.
Well, the F-150 is on the outside, but
yeah, I was about to say Subaru puts theirs on the timing belt.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Wow.
I just read a comment. I already have Vorons. I don't need printers that are inspired by them. I love that comment. That is a good comment.
Yeah.
I had such bad phantom pains last night.
What you had last night?
Is it hot there? Is it hot there today, John?
It's a little warm. Phantom pains.
All right.
Oh,
It's when
the leg aches.
my brain thinks that there's a leg there, and it's trying to communicate really heavily. And instead, it feels like I'm getting electrocuted with the leg that's not there. I wound up taking 2 doses of NyQuil and still didn't knock me out.
Patrick, how many inputs, how many cameras do you plug in to the A10 Mini Pro? 4?
4 HDMIs, yes.
Okay.
I have 3
2
cameras, and
microphones.
then my video card has 3 outputs. So I have 1 HDMI sharing 1 screen. 1 HDMI on the video card going into 1 HDMI on the A10 Mini, so that I can get my screen on the feed real easy as well. So 3 cameras and 1 screen.
Okay.
Yeah. So Sam, it's about, what is it right now? It is 80 degrees Fahrenheit here.
wow.
And
Really?
and into Monday morning, it's going to snow.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. Why do I still live in the land of rust and corruption, man? I don't know. I can't wait to move out of this hellhole. I mean, all I do is see my cars rot in the driveway.
Where?
What? Where am I?
Yeah, I just walked back in the room.
I'm in Illinois, the land of rust and corruption.
Hello, Dave Gatton. How you doing?
Where the Chicago, they outs the mayor to only get one just worse than one they outs. So unreal.
Are you not related to Al Capone?
Am I?
Yeah.
I know I don't have nearly as many pews as he has. So
no. No Thompson.
But if Sam and I were to
Louis in Michigan.
So.
Speaking of pew pew,
I'm actually going shooting.
I would have been on
going
stream
shooting
earlier,
next
but
week, actually.
Sorry.
Go ahead,
Sorry,
Patrick.
go on.
Oh, I was just going to say, speaking of pew pew, I would have been on earlier, but I had a friend picking one up. I'm also an FFL. That way I can take in the pew pews and engrave them and have no issues. But that's what I was doing earlier. We were just out in my yard shooting a little bit.
That's the bad thing about multi-streaming. A lot of people get irritated. You get a lot of people on camera. They try to talk, and somebody else is talking, and everybody steps on everybody. And then since I'm hosting the show, when I want to talk, I got to yell at people or yell on the mic. And anyway, so
well,
what I used to, a few years ago, what I used to get Matt to do is put his hand up, and if he wanted to ask a question.
My turn. Remember that arm getting tired, so you hold your arm up.
But Jerry has the power to mute everybody. So.
Let me talk.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Jack in the shop. What's going on, Jack? How you doing today?
Yeah, that I can't believe they did that controlled burn. That was ridiculous.
What?
No, there was a derailment of chemicals in Ohio, and instead of just trying to clean up the mess, they lit it all on fire as a controlled burn. Yeah, it contaminating all the air and
stick it into the environment. Yeah, there.
A lot of people have future cancer. It destroyed their property values and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all in the waterways. Yeah.
Instead of just
trying to contain a spill, it lit it all on fire. It looked like an atomic bomb went out.
Within 2 weeks, they had like 5 or 6 derailments, just one after another, constant in America.
I mean, they happen all the time, but they don't get reported on. So when there's one that's really bad, it's like they start reporting on them more after the really bad one. So it seems like out of nowhere, all of a sudden, trains are derailing all over the place. But it's actually how it always is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's now there's more focus on it. I agree with you, Zach, on that.
Yeah, we had one in West Virginia, and it was due to a rock slide off the side of a mountain that got on the track and caused a couple cars to derail.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just maybe a month ago.
Yeah, kid's right. When you loosen the rules, more accidents happen. From what I understand, it's more along the lines of when you basically let the companies that are trying to make a profit be the ones in charge of taking care of the tracks. They would rather make more profit than spend money on the track.
What are you building? Sebastian wants to know. Tim, what are you working on?
What am I working on? I'm working on the EVA hot end for my rat rig, EVA 3.
All right.
EVA 3, and they've done something nice. They've replaced all of the stupid loose nuts that you stick in, and you drop a nut while you're trying to insert, and when you got the whole thing together, one of the nuts fall out, you got to take it back apart. But anyways, they replaced all the nuts with heat insets, which is great. Because heat insets typically don't fall out.
It's funny, 3DP UK says they don't get derailments in the UK. Yeah, because your country's so small, there's not enough room for them to get up to speed.
Or in America, you guys are more careless.
Well, it's both of the things.
And sabotage, I would say.
Nah.
I mean, come on. How people handle the parcels over there? They're treated like if it's a soccer ball.
Yeah, people watch
but
things
they're
on
not on
TV
train.
and they get an idea and they go out and they want to do it too. Yeah.
You know, it's terrible. I mean, people don't have respect for other people's property anymore. Some people.
The 500
Very
kilometer an hour trains, I guarantee, don't derail like the ones we have here. Because our freight trains are just, miles and miles and miles and miles long. And they're running on track that hasn't really been maintained well in the last, 50 to 100 years. When you've got people soos a lot more than cargo soos. So you're going to take care of your tracks if you're carrying people at 500 kilometers an hour.
That too, right? That's true. I mean, for everything, That's sad.
I was watching
Kind of made me want to live like 30, 40 years ago.
I was watching a YouTube channel the other day, and in the YouTube channel, people give away money. And these two guys had a gas can. They're walking up to people at a gas station. It appeared to be California, based on how everybody was acting towards them. And they were asking for gas. They didn't want money. They wanted you to put gas in their can to help them out. They broke down around the corner. One guy pulled a knife. Everybody cussed him out. It was completely ridiculous. And they weren't asking for money. They actually wanted gas while you're at the pump. Well, if you gave him gas, and two young ladies did give him gas, they give you $1,000 and thank you and say you're on camera and here's what's going on. And it was pretty hilarious to watch that because, I mean, everybody, I don't know about you guys, but I've been hit up a million times from homeless people wanting money for this, for that, or whatever the reason may be. And sometimes I help, but I usually don't. But this guy had a gas can and physically wanted gas, not cash for beer or whatever. And people were getting really violently verbal with him and trying to hit him and everything else. And then if you were a nice person and attempted to put gas in their can, they're going to hand you $1,000.
Nice.
So, and one lady's like, I don't need it. I don't need the money. You don't need to pay me. She's like, okay, fine, but I'm going to give it to a homeless guy around the corner because I really don't need the money. And then they said they're on camera and all this stuff. So, yeah, you never know. Don't assume until you know. People assume too much nowadays.
Mm-hmm. They do.
So, Tim, what are you going to do when you get all those rat rigs and borons built? You're going to find something else to build, or you're going to move on to different type of content? Because all you do is build.
No, I'm going to be moving on to different types of contents. I'm going to be doing more short videos, 5, 10, 15-minute videos on different things. I'm going to be focusing more on what the printers can do than actually how to build them. And then I'm also going to be focusing on comparing different printers and why this versus that. So like I'm going to be doing a comparison between, say, one of my future videos will be a comparison between the Prusa Mark III, the Bamboo, Prusa Mark III with the fact that you can upgrade it to a Mark IV, the Bamboo and the K1, for instance. I'll compare the K1 and the Bamboo next to each other, et cetera, et cetera. So
You need to build you an NXK3.
I'd love to. I can't afford it, but I'd love to build one. I would definitely build one if I had one.
Hey, Squirrel Brain, welcome in.
Oh, and I do have some 0.2 kits coming to me for upgrading my 0.1.
Yeah, I love my Extreme Carbon.
So there's a lot of content coming, but I've got less builds. Once these big major builds are done, it'll be modifications, upgrades, or just, you know, I got to get into doing some more short videos now. Because people don't want to watch live all the time.
I was going to work about 10 years ago, about 4 o'clock in the morning. I pull up, going across town to a red light, and it was no traffic, not much going on. And a homeless guy jumps in the back of my pickup.
Whoa!
Well, I have an option: get out of my truck and try to get him out, but I don't know if he has a weapon. Or let's accelerate as fast as you can through the light, and then when you get to the other side, slam on your brakes and see if you can throw him out. Which is what I chose to do. And I threw him all over the truck twice, and he finally jumped out. Because I didn't want to have to confront him, because I didn't know if he had a knife, weapon, whatever on him. So I choose to just accelerate and slam on the brakes. And I could care less what happened to him. He shouldn't have jumped in my truck, the back of the truck, in the bed. So.
Yeah, I got an email from that guy actually, Jerry. And he was trying to give you $1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos like that where people try to give people money for different reasons, and that's what their YouTube channel is based on. Even if you can do 10 jumping jacks, I've seen different people do all kinds of things. And if you can do this, I'll give you this.
I can't do jumping jacks.
Yeah.
It's just me swinging my arms.
Yeah, bouncing down to 1 foot. I got a pogo stick.
Oh, John.
He's pretty good at hopping.
Yeah.
We're all going to hell. I'll see you there.
Oh my gosh, I need to move this closer.
Oh, is that a bud product? Yeah, pretty ridiculous.
Oh, I forgot to put.
Anyway.
It's killing me.
So anybody got anything you want to talk about? Go for it.
Tripod's wife's in the house. Look at this. He's going to be getting told off now. You watch.
Do what?
No, nothing.
Mm-hmm. You know, you better watch out. The wife is right here.
I know. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You see how evil they could be to me. And she'll share the love to my guests. So, and leave it to Tim to be screwing on the live stream and drilling.
Drilling and screwing Eva.
Yeah, I couldn't find the paperwork or the USB stick on this printer, but it was in the lid of the box. And everybody kept saying, it's in the lid, it's in the lid. Well, I cut the bottom, I lift the box off this way, right? Threw it on the ground, and that piece of tire foam, it took me quite a while to realize, pull it out and look at the other side, which would have been in the top if you opened it correctly, and that's where the paperwork was. But by that point, I'd already had it turned on and running. But cut all the zip ties, removed some cardboard, and then I had a clog. But anyway.
Are you trying to say that your stream didn't go according to plan?
No, it didn't. Yeah, this is what killed my stream right there. Clogged in a heat break.
I was going to say, it's like a kidney stone.
And then I realized after the fact that was too bright. I had too many lights on. That's kind of washed out, shining off my bald head. And I spoke to Nick. He's been really busy, and he'll, we'll get together at some point. And he's going to work on making me a new logo.
Yeah,
Nick, I was sharing a room with him actually last week.
Yeah, I messaged him yesterday and asked him about it, and I said, I know you've been really busy, and said, yeah, he has. He hasn't forgot about me. Hey, Kate. Hello.
Hey, Kate. Kate, good news. I have my bamboo on the way. I have the numbers for it.
Tracking number.
Here's the problem I've got. I have my bamboo on the way, despite his wife winning it.
Hey, she gave it to me for a Christmas present and birthday present.
Wow, something that didn't cost her anything. That's true love, man.
How generous.
Exactly.
Yes.
You ever heard of the term ending giver? She can always change her mind.
Exactly.
Divorce. No.
God, I hate to think who would be the loser in that one, eh?
Yeah. No, I'm a year married almost.
Yeah, I've been married twice, and I'm stuck with this one, I guess.
I guess.
I'll hit 23 years married this year.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
20 years behind bars, huh?
23 years.
20 to life.
Life sentence, yep.
24.
Well, hopefully
At
you're
least
happy.
I will let you out after 25 years, or? All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that printer, Sam, I pronounce it Cheedy. Cheedy. It's QIDI. Cheedy.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was gonna kind of maybe do a funny around it, but I wasn't sure, to be honest with you. I wasn't 100%
And then
sure.
Trevor from Navarre 3D Printing, he's a dealer for them. He pronounces it Chitty, but Chitty don't sound right. And I've heard Cheedy by a couple other streamers like Aurora Tech. They've CHEDEE, Cheedy, because Cheedy sounds better.
It's not shitty.
No, it's not shitty. It's not chitty. I think Chi-D sounds better. Sounds right.
Well, I hope it's not too chitty. Anyway. So.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
I got the email from them. It was like pick one of them. They show like 4 of them, right? I'm like, I don't have the room for any of them. They're all huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, this came through a broker, which was kind of weird. And like I say to you, they were trying to give me the longer laser, then they had Creality laser. It's all about the lasers, and I'm like, no. The only laser that I've got coming is the Elegoo one, because I had a really good experience working with them with the Neptune 3 Max. So I didn't want to say no because I just valued the relationship. So. But I am using the X-Tool a lot at the moment. I'm using the X-Tool.
The only laser I want is I want a better CO2 than a K40, something larger. So I would like to review something much nicer than my K40 that can be my one laser. That's why I sold most of my diodes. I don't need 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 diode lasers. I mean, sure, I review them, I make content, and I ended up getting rid of them. But I'd rather just have one good laser to replace K40 that's bigger. So
Yeah.
I message companies. Eventually, it'll happen.
Yeah, the Guiki Cloud right there is the air assist went out on it. So.
Oh wow, it's brand new.
Yeah, it's just a little pump on the side.
Hello, Richard. First player. Hello. How you doing, Richard?
Hey, Richard.
Hey, Richard.
Here's a link. If you like to pop in and say hi to everybody.
Yeah, it's so I'm just waiting on that part. But what's gonna happen? Like I said, I've done some engravings with it, but they said don't use it until the part comes in. Well, because also then I had to put it all back together again just to use it. It's not exactly an easy machine to take apart. but yeah, I mean the new X tool looks nice for their CO2. It's the weird who they've given it to. They've actually given it to a lot of lower subscriber channels. From what I've seen, Aurora Tech was the first one, and one other one. There are the only two that are like literally above 5,000 subs that actually reviewed it. Well, all the other ones are low.
Right. Were you wanting a tank or a desktop?
I'm sorry?
Was Jerry, were you wanting a tank, like a full size, but smaller CO2 or a desktop?
Either or, it depends. I got room in my garage for a big one if I had like a 60 watt or something.
Yeah, I don't have room for the tank, as you call it. And at first, that's one of the ones I wanted, but as of now, just no space for it.
Yeah, like an Omtech 60 watt, or at auto levels, something decent, but time will tell.
I'll send you a message and some pictures of the one I have.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, he's here. The one guy that's going. Yes.
No way. I can see it.
And we got Richard from the first layer. Hey, Liam. Hey, Richard.
Hey, you guys.
Welcome in.
See, to get a really excited entrance like that, it's worthwhile coming in late.
Well, at least
I thought it would be somebody good, to be fair. I was
no,
like,
that's
wow.
not something good. It's because you come in late.
At least the awkward turtle's next to him.
Well, I'm here. I thought you were talking about me for a second.
Tell everybody the good news about SpaceX. Come on.
About them launching, plan to launch Monday?
Yeah, they got their license they've been trying to get to for years, and they might launch Monday.
Well, yeah. They got to launch. They're launching Monday. They destacked the Starship yesterday, and they restacked it today to mount the FTS, the Flight Termination System, which is basically an explosive device that blows up into small pieces in case anything goes wrong. So that was mounted. Yeah, that was mounted last night, and they restacked it this morning.
You're holding your hand up like you wanted to show.
Oh no, I'm just.
Okay.
So I'm actually putting my hand up because it's actually focusing on here, and it's
Tripod. You learned from me. Thank you.
I learned from you.
Yeah.
That's nothing to be proud of.
I didn't know that there was a way that I can learn from you, Matt. I feel accomplished.
Well, good
Richard.
afternoon, everybody, to you
Hello,
all
Richard.
around the world.
How are you today?
Well, I saw my very first magic smoke.
Oh, you burned something. What did you burn?
I burned out my 80XL.
Okay. You cross-wired it.
Yeah, I may have. I'm not sure yet. All I knew is that my printer started up when I connected it, which was fine. It did a couple of things. As soon as I saw the magic smoke coming off the 80XL, I knew something was either wired wrong or there's some pins that have to be reconfigured.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's why they're cheap.
It could be too much voltage as well. Is the other thing that.
But hey, on the plus side, the brand new 3D printer that I've been building over the last few weeks is printing.
Nice.
See, Richard, this is why I go with these ones, because they have a USB port on them, and you just do USB-C into your Pi and you're done.
Oh, okay. Well, see, here's the other thing, is I'm not using a Pi.
What are you using?
He's using a cake.
I'm using a cake. I'm using the Manta M8P board, which is the latest board from Big Tree Tech, along with their CB1. So it is a Raspberry Pi-ish type board that's connected directly to the main board.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there is a specific port just for the 80XL to be hooked up to. Now I've installed all the dependencies, and when I, try and do a probe query or an accelerometer query, I get back an error saying that there's nothing connected, or there's a wiring error because it can't find anything. But as soon as I plugged it into the actual 80XL and turned on the printer, got magic smoke.
Sam, that Cheaty printer that you got, do you need a rep's name to tie to that, or do you already have somebody you're dealing with, or you don't know?
No, I don't have anybody directly at the company. It's it's via a rep, and as I say, they contacted me and said, "Do you want to do this?" I get an email every week or so from them saying, "Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that?"
Okay.
I mean, the best one I had recently, not from this company, was from an Amazon one, and I sent it to Tim, and it was a anal vibrator. I swear to God, that's what it was. And I said, "Not for me, thanks."
But Tim would love it.
You're like, I've done enough of those reviews.
You should have said
Listen, how many more extras can I
I
have?
just blocked those type of.
I didn't
Dan,
get
I should have
it.
sent it to Joel and asked him to open it up on one of his live webcasts.
Exactly right. I mean, the X tool was enough, right? You know, it's. I
Oh,
don't
wait.
know. I don't know.
I'll accept it. I didn't get it.
He's excited.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Patrick, how many 3D printers do you have, or lasers in general, and what kind?
2 Creality 3D printers, CR10S and CR10S Pro V2 and an Ender 3 V2. Both I've modded a little bit. I have 2 fiber lasers. I just got a new one last week. And 2 CO2 lasers, 600 by 1000 and 300 by 600, or 400 by 600. And a CO2 Galvo. I don't want to forget that one. See, CO2 Galvo is behind me right there.
So that's 50 watt?
The CO2 Galvo is a 30 watt.
Okay.
What are you cooking on it? Looks like a.
Oh, I'm testing with my new laser. Well, it's not focusing, but collars.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me switch cameras and I'll show you.
You using your old saucepans?
Yeah, I just stole a stainless steel pan and use it for testing for collars on this on the new laser.
Cool. Does your wife know?
Yeah. But it'll be a good test to see if the collars end up rusting if we use them for cooking. Let me switch cameras so I'm back in focus.
All right. Isn't it stainless steel or stainless steel coated? Then probably if it rusts.
Yeah, I think stainless steel can rust depending on what settings you throw at it.
Yeah, you want to treat it because you.
I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'll see y'all later.
I have some test
care. Have a
stainless
great day,
steel that
Zach.
I've had sitting here in the basement for like.
See you later, Zach.
See it. I don't know. It's been a year and a half or so, and then I've left it outside and just testing to see if the collars would rust, and most of them have held up pretty well. Let me see. Let me get back to it. Come on.
Yeah, if anybody has anything in particular you want to talk about, don't get mad and leave. Just let me know. I'll throw you on a big screen.
There you go.
Well, that looks good.
That does look good.
Let's
Oh
see.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So now it's a pretty pot.
Then your wife goes, "Honey, where's that pot? I'm going to make some soup." I don't know. I don't know where it went.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I figure what I'm going to end up doing is have to break down and buy her a new set. Oh, I turned it the wrong way.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to Monday if they manage to launch it all Monday.
Yeah.
They have a week. They have They have every morning for a week. So
Well, that's good. The license is good for 5 years. So
no, 5 days.
the license is for, I heard, for 5 years. I had 2 streamers say they got a 5-year license from the FAA for 5 years.
I doubt they got a 5-year license. I've never heard of it.
2 major channels said 5 years, but okay.
I'll have to look it up. I don't know.
Hey, Chris, how you doing? That one guy that's going to go up on SpaceX, he's that streamer that's going to go up with them. He announced it, and then
Tim Dodd. Tim Dodd.
I don't know. I forget what channel it was, but the guy that was him.
Everyday astronaut.
Yeah, he reported 5 years, and that other lady, some Katie in space, whatever her name is, she announced it live last night.
Katie in space.
Well, whatever her name is, I don't know, some blonde-headed lady that streams about SpaceX.
I'm just putting up the license now. Give me a minute.
Did
So
we actually hear Astro said he doesn't know? And it's and that's going to be forever on the interwebs, man.
And then I heard they're not going to try to
Love
do
you too, John.
controlled burn on the rock, or there's going to let it fall in the ocean, not even try to slow it down. I heard that too, which is crazy. They're going to try to do the booster, but not the rocket. It's like, why not? That's an awful lot of money. It's just going to get destroyed. Do a controlled burn, you can fish it out.
No, they're not going to bother. And even the one that's going to come down off Starship, they're going to belly flop it. They're not even going to bring it in control. I thought they would. They're actually going to bring it in and belly flop it in the ocean.
Wow.
So it'll break itself up. It'll rip itself apart when it hits the ocean.
Yeah. Then China will be out there quickly with their subs and ships.
And American waters.
Well, then they'll come in with a sub. But yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I'm just.
So, Tim, what kind of hours do you work at your business before you come home and jump into your hobby room?
I work. I get there at about 8 in the morning and work till about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Wow.
Not too bad.
And Richard, you're at home now, full time streaming and working on stuff.
Well, I'm at home full time, but I work Monday to Friday for filaments.ca.
Okay.
So I put in hours there, and then I also try and work in here, but it just becomes a bigger disaster every time I try and do that.
What kind of hours do you work, John?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I used to work 2 jobs for the last 20 plus years. And Sam was going to test how nuts my house is with everyone working. But I usually work from 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday, at least Monday through Friday, on call every weekend and holidays. So I did Ubering on the weekends for the last 6 years. Chicago just got too dangerous. So,
yeah, I just read that.
Yeah, it's it's like my wife would send me a text. You coming home? Some bad things are happening. I'm like, yeah. Like I said, it's they got rid of a mayor that was bad, and they just got one that's even worse. I just don't get this.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's like whatever. But I don't feel safe doing that anymore. But
Sam's playing PlayStation.
But yeah, that's I got behind on video. Well,
oh, that's the IDEX from what's her name's?
Pretty loud.
Sam, what's the name of the company that did the IDEX that you have?
Snapmaker.
Snapmaker. It was, but they were called something before that.
Yeah, so apparently, so I've been doing a video on it today. It was called J-Bo or something like that.
Jade Labo. It was called Jade Labo. And
so
they had left Snapmaker to start their own business, and then they went back to Snapmaker again.
That's exactly it. There you go.
But I think they were part of Snapmaker, and Snapmaker didn't want to do a Kickstarter, so they spun these guys off to make it look like an independent company, and they rolled them back in again later on when it was successful.
Hey, Sam, when you do the video on it, you should pull up the clip of Liam saying that and say, okay, now we know everybody, and the video's over.
Well, that's what I suspect it was, because it's like leaving the company and going back to them again, that's a bit suspicious. Come on.
Yeah, but it was around the COVID moment, wasn't it? So
it was before their Kickstarter ended before COVID really kicked in.
Well, grass wasn't green on the other side, and they realized they made a mistake, so they came back.
Possibly, but I don't know. I could be wrong, and it could be, I don't know, but I suspect that's what they were doing.
Take care, non-fam. Have a great night. Talk to you soon.
See you, non-fam.
See you, non-fam. Love you.
I got a longer HDMI cord if you wanted to see.
Okay, let me change places here with Sam. There we go.
So there's the 2 fibers.
What brand are they?
Noah laser. So they're both more compact, easy to take with you units. And then there's the smaller CO2 right there. Same brand. CO2 Gallo right there. Then there's the big tank. It's just a no name. That was my first big CO2.
Yeah, it's like something I'm looking to get like that. Something that's got a big bed on it.
And then there's the printers.
Nice. Well, your day job has got you a lot of nice toys.
Well, this has been my day job overall for the last year, but they didn't get the toys though. This hasn't got the toys though, so luckily I'd kind of planned a little bit ahead before I retired from my full-time position. Not just part-time.
What's going on, Akuma?
Here's a link, Akuma, if you want to pop in. The Resin God.
Yeah, I got 2 fibers.
I have a CO2. I don't have any fiber lasers.
John, didn't you buy a 100-watt fiber?
I got the 100-watt, and I got the Com Marker 20-watt. And then I got just the 1064 Mr. Carl. And then I got the other X2 1064.
Don't you have the laser picker as well, don't you?
We'll be here, Matt.
Oh, no. They wanted me to do a video, and it was like of the laser picker 2. I'm like, it's already been out for a year. So no.
I'm just saying, you could with all the people that's going on stealing catalytic converters, you make a business with the laser picker in putting people's VIN number on their cat.
Well, the problem is it's not. You would want it a lot bigger engraving than just something the size of 100 millimeters.
The laser
is that limited to 100 millimeters?
You wouldn't want a small pecker? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't want to bring it up there, but I mean, it actually have made me say it.
It was too easy.
A pecker engraver.
Yeah, but anything is better because that will diminish the chance of them being sold because they can be traced back to a vehicle with a VIN number on it. Yeah.
Well, we had the RV. You can see it in the window right there. Our cat got stolen last year off of it, and then we took it back from the lot that we store it at. So I'm like, nope. You can hold on to our 4-wheelers now. So.
Yeah, because that's becoming a big problem because of the cost of the precious metals.
I don't know how they actually make any money off of that stuff.
A lot of companies now are offering they use an acid paint, so they etch out a plastic with the serial number, with the VIN number, and they apply it, and then they acid paint it so it burns into the material.
Yeah, Kate, she had a lot of fun on her cruise, and I wish she would have stayed longer since she's having a good time. She had a great time. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got somebody that hasn't been here in like 3 months. She's been too busy. She's an awesome painter. She's a wonderful person. Homemade Jam 3D, Jamie. Hey, Jamie, how you doing?
I'm good. You kind of give me the whole. Hold on, I got too many volumes of stuff. Don't make me feel bad about not being here.
No, I understand you're busy. You've got a lot going on, but I appreciate you could drop by, and we love having you. You're an awesome person.
Jerry won't make you feel bad about it. I will, though. It's okay.
You must hate us not coming to the show, huh?
Excuse me.
I'm just so busy. This time of year, like craft fairs are almost every weekend. So,
sure.
And this for me is on Saturday at 3 p.m. That's like right in the middle of the afternoon. Hey, Matt.
I admit it. You spend more time with your panda bears.
They're not panda bears. They're
trash
raccoons.
pandas.
But yeah, actually, I haven't been live streaming with the raccoons lately. They just
Yeah, so Sam said that he's going to bring Vegemite for me to ship to you next time.
To who?
To you.
To me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some in the cupboard that Kieran bought me.
Should I wait and open it on live?
Have you tried it? Have you tried it, John?
No.
It's black. It's dark brown like tar, and it's really super salty.
Oh, the Vegemite?
Yeah.
I will love it probably because I love like salty, savory stuff.
Yeah,
it's singing a song.
It's
That's
not good by itself, but with something else.
It's light source engraving.
Yeah.
Oh,
Singing a
thank
song,
you,
yeah.
Greedy Puck. Let me show you. I can show
I
you
thought it
better.
was a harmonica.
Hold on.
Someone playing the violin. It's really annoying.
Hey, light source, what you need to do is you need to find out which frequencies makes which tune, which tone, and figure it out and make it so it plays music.
I've messed up myself. 'cause I
There's a
don't
guy on
know.
YouTube that's done that. He's got a couple videos.
Yeah. What was that movie?
Let me
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
turn
movie.
this one off.
Bad movie, but in part of it they actually did that with what was it? It was a Tesla coils. They made the same
I
thing
did
happen. Yeah.
both of them.
Jamie, that looks amazing.
Wow. They're huge.
Those are great.
They look great.
Yeah, if I ever get a chance to paint them. But look at that freaking quality.
What printer did that come off of?
GK2.
GK2 AK resin printer by Uniformation. Great printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know. Let me change cameras because this other one seems to show better.
Who's the designer? Eastman on that one, or Wicked,
Sydney.
or huh?
Sydney. Why am I not showing it on? Okay, I guess
I know
not.
Stanix is coming out with one of both of them too.
Yeah, Sid is like amazing with getting that what they
Yeah,
actually
the
look like.
The facial hair is really good on that. The one I have here from Wicked don't have any facial hair.
Right, and what I'm trying to get him close enough to where
Razor stubble, yeah.
That's amazing.
That's really good.
I mean you can see his pores.
Yeah. Yeah, I see a zit right there on his nose.
Puppet.
Yeah.
But
yeah, beautiful.
yeah, I'm like astounded. This is at 140%, and then I did Ellie at 120% because he does all of his.
Send me a link to that designer when you have time.
Okay, yeah, all he does is bust. I wish he would do like the whole thing, but I was actually thinking of getting the Sanix models and using the heads off of.
Yeah, interchange them.
Interchange the heads because I want to do a whole figure, and I like this one because it looks exactly like the characters.
So here's the one from Wicked at 200% on GK2. They don't have any eyebrows and facial hair.
And who is this person? Who is the model of?
Is that also Pedro Pascal?
Yeah. This is from Wicked. From Mandalorian, the guy who plays Mandalorian.
Oh, no, I know. Okay, I didn't know that was
Pedro.
Pascal. Yeah.
These models are from The Last of Us.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
She's showing. Yeah, Sanix just released pictures that I shared on my group. That it really looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still working on her.
Nice.
I'm very slow, but this guy's paying a crap ton of money, so it needs to be perfection.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super cute, Matt.
We changed
He
cameras.
hears that a lot, actually. He hears that all the time.
That's Mario Turtle, right?
Pardon me?
Sam.
You got a glare, or I've got a
Oh
glare.
man.
And where's the other one? There. It is.
Yes, also in Game of Thrones. Not him.
Thank you, Chris Travis.
That's
tickled you,
basically
Tim.
like a ball. So.
Where's that noise
I
coming from?
I just engraved
I
a
don't know.
message for Kate.
Okay, really?
Okay, cool. All right.
She had said she watched my video, so I thought I'd just say thank you.
Oh, nice.
Phil just said that's Matt's spiky helmet.
3D Studio Print.
I
Not gonna touch that.
actually
Sorry,
thought about
not
to make a
gonna go there,
helmet.
Sam.
I actually
repost
thought
that.
about to make a helmet.
I'll repost it so it's clickable. FPV Your World, thank you very much.
If somebody
Sam.
in the private chat wants to share that into the comments, I'm not on the.
All right, I got it.
Wow. You're an oddball, aren't you, Matt?
Yeah, and you're an awkward turtle.
So have you, awkward turtle. Oh my God, Sam! I didn't even see that was you.
Dear.
How could you not see it, Sam?
Yeah, I know, right?
I just looked and saw an awkward turtle, and I'm like, okay, there's some dude I don't know.
No more chocolate for her, huh? Sam?
Jamie, he gets called many names, so it doesn't matter.
No more chocolate from Sam. Awkward turtle.
Awkward is just a nice way of putting it.
Thank you, Jamie at PB World. Thank you.
Yep. He does great work. But what was I going to say? Oh, have y'all talked about the impending doom of the TikTok in the U.S.?
Oh no, it's not about that. It's about more control. It's not about TikTok at all. It's about going after basically citizens. You know, if you read the whole bill, it's ridiculous.
Well,
It's a Patriot Act 2.0. So they don't want people using VPNs. They don't want people doing a whole bunch of other stuff.
well, you can not want people to use VPNs all day long, but they're going to.
Yeah.
So my main concern is am I going to try to go live one night and not be able to do it? And then, I mean, what do I tell my people? I've got 10,000 people that watch me.
Well, no, I don't think it's.
No.
I don't think anything is going to happen with TikTok. You know, the thing is,
Facebook and YouTube, Jeremy.
Well, that's the
Well,
problem.
we're having issues here in Canada with the government.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to shut down TikTok in America and UK and Europe.
No, they won't put it
banned
down.
it. I don't.
They
That's what I don't
can't
get.
because the people want it, and if they try and shut it down, let's see how well they do in the next vote.
Yeah, they use politicians.
Yeah, but there's so
on
much
both sides of the
crap
aisle.
on it.
Well, the problem is that they won't get reelected. That's what's going to happen, right?
And they won't want that because without that they have no money in their pocket.
No, yeah. So it's literally, it's what both these parties do is they throw a whole bunch of crap into these bills that people don't read. I'm telling you, read what's in that bill. It's sickening what they want to do.
And on top of that, they're saying TikTok is bad.
Okay, Montana. How do you? I'm just going with Montana because they're the first state that did it.
3D TUK, thank you. Take care. Have a great night.
How do you later 3D book? I mean, okay, it's banned. How do you enforce that?
You can't.
Well, no, it's banned on government issued devices.
Right, it's that way here
Yeah,
already.
that's fair enough.
But
and
supposedly it's being banned for the public.
No,
and I don't understand how they can do that unless they've got to have. I mean, I don't
they
know.
basically have to have the Chinese firewall to do that here, right? So there's just no way to really, as far as I know, to do it. But Jamie, I wouldn't worry about it at all right now. You know, I mean, the only way that they could really do it is try to sell off that portion of from ByteDance ownership and try to bring it to the U.S. That's the only way to really circumvent it, which they were trying to do that 2 years ago. But again, it's what's hidden into that bill is just absolutely ludicrous what they want.
It is an invasion of privacy. It's against
huge.
You're right.
They could go and snoop around your own internal network all that they want. Like I said, it's a Patriot Act 2.0. It is absolutely. We as U.S. citizens need to read what's in these bills, because what they do on both parties, they go like, "Oh, why did you vote against that? Oh, why did you vote in the other party? Why did you vote against?" No, there's all these other things that are in these bills. Just submit one bill with one thing. But no, they loaded them up with a whole bunch of crap in it. And I'm telling you, like, you could get fined up to $1 million.
Yeah, but here, John,
smoke and mirrors.
John, they did all of this, and then in the background, they turned around. They did not turn around. They did not put the restrictions or do anything against Facebook, who's been selling your data for the last 20 years.
It's literally Facebook and Google that are pushing to get rid of TikTok.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
That's my whole thing. If whoever's trying this, the millions of people that are like, "Oh, TikTok is horrible." My brother is Air Force, and he's not allowed to have it on his phone. His kids are not allowed to have it on their phones. And if they want to be stupid enough to think that TikTok is the only app that can access everything that is on your phone, be in your car, not even on your phone, and talk about, I don't know, sleep number bed. See how many ads you get for that. And on every social media that you're on, it's always listening, and it's not just TikTok.
I've talked on a live stream about stuff, and I see a commercial.
It's on your phone. You know,
right.
On Facebook,
yeah,
I scroll. Every fourth thing is an ad, and it's basically the same thing with like Twitter and all these other platforms. You know what? When they were talking about the ban of TikTok,
here's the problem with TikTok right here, as Pete says. It's because the CCP owns so much stake in it, and they're controlling this, controlling that. That's the only reason there's a problem.
And that's it's setting our user data, what we do overseas, right? That's the problem. But it's okay for a U.S. company to do it, right?
Yeah.
Not.
No.
But they want you to think that it's okay.
Here's
We're not using it for that.
Let's give away a roll of filament. It's filament time. Ziltech filament. If you're anywhere in the world, you can enter, but it must go to a USA address. So do hashtag USA in chat. Well, one roll of filament from Ziltech. They're based out of Texas for PLA, ABS, or PET-G. It has to go to USA address. You must be present to win, and you need to contact me within a day or two to let me know what you want, what type of filament, and where to ship it to in the U.S. If your name comes up, you don't want to win, I can redraw, or you can gift it to somebody else that is in the U.S. That's awesome. So, it's very easy to win. There's only 22 entries. Let me hit draw, and we'll get going. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
I am printing with Ziltech right now.
I can't even tell you last time I fired up a 3D printer.
My bamboo doesn't like my Ziltech. I need to dry it. Marcel, which is in Canada, congratulations.
Congratulations, Marcel.
Do you want to donate it to you want me to redraw, or do you have an address to send it to, Marcel? And are you in chat? Marcel's just entered. Do you have an address, Marcel, you can have it sent to? I don't think it'd probably be too expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they only do Canada on really large orders.
It'd be too expensive. It wouldn't be worthwhile. It'll cost you three times the school.
One roll. You want me to redraw, or do you want to gift it to somebody in the U.S. that you know? It's your choice. Redraw?
Redraw.
Okay. All right. Redrawing. Yeah, when I gave away Ziltech the other night, not Ziltech, but
he did not, Chris.
Yeah.
Cos Bricks, are you in chat? Are you in the U.S.? Cos Bricks, are you in chat?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes,
Yes,
he is. Oh, you are in the U.S.? Okay, Cos Bricks, go to ziltech.com. If you need a link, I can post it. Let me leave my email in chat if you don't know it. And go to ziltech.com. Let me know what type of filament and what your address, mailing address is. And there's my email in chat. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations.
Tim
Cool.
was always first to kick off with a song, huh?
Yeah, my live stream, I gave away 4 rolls of filament. I contacted Ziltech. She said she'd do 2. Contacted Polymaker. Said, how many you want to give away? I said, well, 2 would be great. He said, sure. So gave away that, and then I gave away some stickers. And Lightforce Engraving had made me some really cool stuff that I gave away. And that's Patrick right there from Lightforce Engraving that made those.
So is Mr. Turtle playing? What is he playing? Grand Theft Auto, or what is he playing over there?
I'm playing Wreckfed. I've got a new TV today, so I was just like trying it out, you know. So, yeah, whatever.
Hey, you want to take my TV off my wall?
See that big old TV over there?
I don't know, how big is your TV?
The one in my house, you've seen it.
Yeah, I can't remember what the size is though.
90-inch TV.
Wow. I got a 70.
This is 85.
Yeah, it's. I don't even want the TV that's in our house.
Well, y'all, I'm going to bow out. You guys have a great day. Thanks for inviting me, Jerry.
Richard, where can people find you? When are you streaming again?
I am streaming again tomorrow with Ask for Help, the weekly show where you get to ask me all kinds of stupid questions about 3D printing, and I'll help you with any problems that you're having. And that's at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Awesome. Thank you, Richard. You have an awesome day up in Canada, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Take care, guys.
See ya. Bye.
Thank you very much for subscribing, Jamie. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So,
I give you Eva.
Yeah. So Jamie. Oh, nice.
There's Eva. All built, not put on yet, but that's Eva.
That's cool. Literally, that's cool.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
So Jamie, if you were,
I didn't even see that for a second.
If you were, say that if you want with this TikTok bill, right? Say that if you want to access a banned application and you use VPN, that's where you VPN. That's where that's where the U.S. government can go after you and fine you up to $1 million or $100,000, wherever it is, and they will confiscate all your property and go through everything and stuff.
So if a regular person is using a VPN, they can say it again?
If it's a banned app like TikTok to use it, they can go after you.
Here's my problem with that.
And the government still knows if you're on a VPN, they can still get around it and see what you're doing, I'm sure.
Isn't that against your First Amendment right as freedom
of course,
speech?
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Absolutely.
So,
it's not me getting on. Sometimes I've got 3,000, 4,000 people at one time watching my live stream. I can't depend on those people to be on a VPN. So that's my whole main thing. Who's going to YouTube? Who's going to Twitch? Who's going to Facebook?
It's still an invasion of privacy. It's against your First Amendment rights and freedom of speech. They're impeding your First Amendment right, is what they're
the
doing.
government just needs to get out of our lives.
Exactly.
Yeah. The first Patriot Act was that. They were able to get away with that.
Yeah, well, this is the version 2.
2, yeah.
So, I mean,
we need to talk after this stream.
But I'm telling you, the U.S. public needs to, instead of, letting the politicians go on both sides, go after each other the way that they do and make us divided, read the bills, read the whole bill when it's introduced. And then you'll see what type of corruption and stuff that's really happening. It's absolutely horrible.
They don't even pass a bill to buy a paperclip without tagging something onto it for something else.
That's why can't if you want insulin to be $15, just make it one bill. Why do you have to put in 50 other different things along with it and then point the finger and say,
well, what they do is they tag in
voted
stuff.
against insulin. No,
They do that because then they can say, "Oh, we put it in the bill."
Yeah.
but they added into stuff that they know it's not going to pass.
Yeah, that's what they do.
So
They
it's
just
$10 million to watch a beetle cross the road. We need to have a survey, a study to find out why the beetle takes so long to cross the road.
Well, and that's they call it the TikTok bill. Was practically nothing to do with TikTok.
No,
Yeah.
it's all about
Slipped in.
Facebook.
Well, why do you think there's YouTube is pushing the shorts so much? Right? Come on, it's all goes together.
They
And
can't compete.
Facebook with the reels.
Yeah, they can't compete, and they're petitioning politicians to push out TikTok because they can't compete against them. They're losing ground because their product is not as good.
And I agree with Richard. It is a risk, 100%. But it's also there's the other things that are in the bill. It should just then be only TikTok, none of this other stuff.
In all fairness, most of the content on TikTok is about people's cats and stupid stuff like that anyway. So where's the risk in the data? There's nothing.
Polymaker and everybody we deal with online regarding printers or filament, they're all going through VPN. I guess they just can't use the internet openly. They have to go through VPN.
Yep.
So
that's the great firewall of China.
China, where all this great technology comes from, and they have all this. They got crap internet. Yeah.
Well, no, they got good internet.
They've got a communist dictatorship.
Yeah. So most people are not allowed to stream without going through a VPN. There are services that you can pay for, and you have to get approval of to be able to stream.
Okay, here's the jingle I just made up. The CCP is better in the toilet than we. Anyway,
it's also what TikTok's purpose in China versus here in the U.S. And TikTok in China is an educational tool. Here, it's anything that you want it to be. Propaganda. It could be education. It could be funny stuff. But it's the algorithm. Whatever they can push to you, they can, and whatever they want to receive from you, they can. So.
And we normally don't talk about politics on the stream, but it's Jamie's fault, and she hasn't been here in a long time. So
it's Jamie's fault.
I didn't even want it to be politics. I
Well,
all I wanted to know was if TikTok goes away, what platform are you guys going to go to?
It's not.
I only have a couple things on TikTok that have no views. I do my little shorts, which are rare on YouTube, and then some people are on Facebook and YouTube.
Under the last administration, who was it? It was supposed to be going. Who was going to buy it? Was Cisco, or who was it? Who was supposed to buy it?
Buy what? TikTok?
Yeah, or have it in the U.S. data centers. Was it Cisco?
And then it'll
maybe Richard will be able to
say
it because he. And then it was nixed. And now all of a sudden it's hot topic again. Was it Cisco or IBM? It was. I can't remember who it was.
Jamie, Uniformation is sending me their wash and cure, but they don't want me to do a video on it. It's a returned unit that's in perfect shape from somebody. And I questioned them about being a returned unit. Said, we don't want you to do a video. We just want you to have it in the background.
It was Microsoft.
When you're doing your resin videos, so people can see them.
You'll like it. It holds 7 liters, though.
Okay.
John, it was Microsoft.
Was it Microsoft?
Oracle. It was Oracle. Yeah, I just looked it up.
Yeah.
I think they were both bidding. And Microsoft and Oracle were bidding. But TikTok, like they already said they're going to use you. Like when they had the hearings, they already said they're already starting to move stuff to the U.S. data centers anyway.
It drives me nuts with this.
What's that VAT for?
What?
What's that bill plate for? I know it's Uniformation, but
GK2.
Why is it square?
It's. You see how small it is?
Yeah, square.
It's so like if you want to print something like a sword.
Okay.
You know, long and skinny, or I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think this thing is going to fly, and even Mia doesn't think it's going to fly. But this gives you the opportunity to put a full 1 kilogram of resin in your vat.
Oh, so you swap that build plate out. I see.
So if you've got something long and skinny to print,
okay,
I don't know, Gary. Do you have something long and skinny?
I don't ever have anything long and skinny.
I think Matt might have one.
Yeah.
Matt's got his hand up.
What? All right, I got to attend a poker game, and it's my turn to pick up the food. So you guys have fun.
Take care, John.
We'll see.
Great content, videos, and all that good stuff.
I don't know, man. The algorithm has been working for me lately, so it's been pretty horrible.
I hate the algorithm.
Oh my god, it's absolutely horrible.
My thumbnails improved at all since I've been using.
Oh, absolutely, a lot more vibrant. So
thank you.
Yes,
I use that on my iPad that I got from Sergio.
Yeah.
I can't crap about the algorithm. I haven't uploaded a video since.
Well, I mean, it's
so.
I was talking to other people about the YouTube algorithm. It's like, it just sometimes it works for you, but most of the time it feels like you're going against it. So look at so for instance, before I go, like look at Aurora Tech. They post a video, right, and they outpace 3D Printing Nerd on a release. You just literally watch the times, and it's.
There are people who study those analytics like crazy, though, and it can be the difference in uploading your video at 11 a.m. or 3 p.m.
Does anybody pay for TubeBuddy, and do they like it? Because I've used TubeBuddy for years, and I think I'm wasting my money.
I haven't used
For what?
TubeBuddy.
I've never heard of it.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't use it.
It sounds like an X-rated show.
No,
now Liam is interested.
It's for YouTube when you're editing and doing videos, and it allows you to do different things to your videos. Yeah. And let's say you want to change one line in every one of your 400 videos, you can type it in. They'll go and swap out content depending on what level you pay. It's a great way. Anyway, yeah, that's one opinion on. I'm going to drop it.
I think their main draw is
thank you,
SEO. SEO optimization is their main draw, at least from what I've read about.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow, RFS 3D. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, so I was like thinking, okay, I got to do some welding and stuff on the truck. I'm like, do I just probably pivot to the way I wanted the channel to begin with, and start doing whatever I want. I mean, it's I'm tired of sometimes doing the reviews, but people like them too.
My channel has been printing, painting, pouring. That was all I ever did, and I was like struggling to get 1,000 followers. This is like probably 6 months into my YouTube career, and then we had a fire that was like maybe less than a mile from my house. But I live in the country, so like the whole side of the freaking mountain was on fire. So my husband put his drone up and shot the video of the fire. I uploaded it to my channel because he was having issues logging into his, and I don't know how many subs I got from that and views. That video had more views in like the first 2 hours than any of my 3D printing videos.
I was talking to someone about, like, I see people that do vlogging style with no editing or anything, even with 3D printing and whatever, and they put zero effort in and editing, and they get tons and tons of views and subs. I'm like, man, I'm doing this wrong. It's like I spend 40, 60 hours on each video, from testing to production and upload. I don't know.
My thing is I hate editing, and when you paint, I mean, some of these models take me 3 weeks or longer to paint, and then you've got to edit out all of that crap.
Well, I mean, I can see you doing a time lapse just over your shoulder or something.
Yeah, I talked to Henry on the Creative Collector, and he's like, no, just shoot clips every now and then, like you do your TikToks. But I'm not the same kind of content as him. He does a full thing, and this is how I do this. This is this. I get like super detailed. I get like, okay, telling people exactly how to do it, not just showing here's what I'm doing. So there's a fine line in editing. That's why one model is like a series of 5 videos.
Yeah,
And then you got to edit all of that crap. I spend
Here's a
more
picture that
time
Kate
editing
she
than
mailed me a
painting.
picture. This is from Kate. Something she's working on miniatures.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
She's making things on her laser. Hey, Kate, anything in comment you want to say about it in comments?
Yeah, it's incredibly frustrating. You know, it's like you know your editing job is better and stuff, and it still doesn't get the views.
I want to just paint and somebody else do the filming and editing.
Well, it's like I could have easily done videos of just cleaning the engines of our cars.
The question is dumb painting question. What kind of paint do you use on 3D prints? Is it different for resin than FDM? No, prime, and it's the same paint, acrylics.
There's my.
Let me make the screen a little bit bigger. You can see what Jamie's got there.
No, jeez.
Mostly Vallejo. Oh, y'all can't see that.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's nothing dirty.
Uh-oh.
Well, then that shouldn't be allowed.
But yeah, Vallejo is the bomb.
I gotta clean up this garage tomorrow. Man, working on 3 cars for 2 weeks. And I should have just done filming of that, but I was like, I just wanted to get them done. Oh.
I use Army Painter, Vallejo. I use stuff from Walmart. I use stuff from what are those other places where you buy all the stuff at? Those home centers. What are those places, craft centers called?
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, Hobby Lobby sells lots of good paints. Whether it's cheap paint,
Allejo.
cheap paint, expensive paint, it depends what color I got and what I'm painting. And you should always primer your prints before painting them. Subsector 3D doesn't. She seals them first, but she doesn't prime them, but you should.
I have sealer, I have primer. I cannot stand acrylic primer, so most of the time it's cheap Walmart primer or Ace Hardware primer, and then just let it gas out for 2 or 3 days, and you're good to go.
Use rattle can spray paint primer.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you want the colors really bright and to pop, it's best with white primer. And if it's darker, a gray primer. It just all depends what you're using.
Whites, yellows, grays, even some red. A white primer will make those much easier to paint, first of all, and then much more vibrant. You can shoot a red over a white, black, or gray primer, and you'll have 3 different colors of red.
Ink dye. I put ink dye in resin occasionally. You buy little bottles of colored ink, and you put however many drops in it, stir it up.
I use mica powder sometimes. I'm one of those experimental people. I use mica powder in it, but
sorry guys, I've got to shoot. I've got a poker game to get to, so I'm going to leave.
Yeah,
so I'll see you later.
Have a great day.
I gotta run too.
See ya.
Tim and Sam. Take care, Tim. Have an awesome day. When are you on again, Tim?
Tomorrow, streaming tomorrow, my regular time, 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time.
Awesome. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.
See you guys later. Take care.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, Jamie's done a lot of trains and stuff like that, working with fake grass and all kinds of really cool stuff.
Oh yeah, I love the dioramas.
The only time I did fake grasses
That's where I started.
The only time I did fake grass is when I did a Minecraft cake for my son's birthday, and I actually did icing grass on it. So that's the only time I ever did fake grass.
I don't see nothing, dogs. They're barking at nothing.
I made my own static grass applicator. I'm not going to spend $100 when
Yeah,
I
but
can make
on
my
the
own.
cake, it was a chocolate cake with the icing, green icing
You
and
know,
grass, and
Oh, that's cool.
I did what you call them?
You're
Rice
making
Krispies and marshmallow mix to make up the sand along the edge, and then I did blueberry jelly for the water.
Oh, I bet it's cool. Kate, you're making a static grass applicator? They're fun to make.
Yeah. So, where did he go?
Don't know. He said he'll be right back.
Probably letting the dogs out.
I'm
isn't he?
getting no painting done, y'all.
Yeah, I have some engraving to do tonight. Some laser engraving to do. But other than that, and then I'm going to work on my Ender 5 Plus. I want to do a bit more work on that tomorrow.
Oh, diorama. I've got a couple on my YouTube channel, Kate. If you want to look at them. Oh, Joel, he lost his head.
But, yeah, I haven't streamed in a long time. Don't have time for it anymore. Just too busy.
Yeah. I'm not
And my
busy.
supply of new machines has dried up. I'm not getting any. So when I used to do all those unboxings and going, I'm not getting any new machines now anymore to do that. So
I haven't got. I guess the GK2 was the last one I got.
I was hoping for.
I mean, I really don't. You know, they sent me on. VTech sent me on Mizar S. Probably in like October, and it's still in the box. I really don't need companies to send me more crap because I don't like doing review videos. I just want to paint.
Yeah, I'd like the new Chitty Tech, the new one, that Jerry got. I'd love one of those because I'd stream it 24/7 printing toys, right? So in full production. So like right now I'm beating the crap out of the P1P 24/7 doing toys. So and that's what I spend a lot of my time doing 3D printing on right now is doing toys. So
yeah.
So if I had that, I'd be showing it real time.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Surely he'll post it. I'm sure when he gets back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Faster.
I can't use my lasers because I don't have any room for the lasers. So I need to not get any more printers.
No, lasers I'm fine with because I do use all my lasers. I'm big.
I would love to use mine. I don't have anywhere to put them.
Yeah, I have a setup. I set up an area for my lasers. So.
Do you have a garage or an extra room, Jamie, that you store junk in, like a junk room?
I've got a 30 by 40 shop that I can't even get one vehicle in because it's so full of stuff. I've got a 5-bedroom house, and this is my craft room. Chad has his craft room. And then we have a guest bedroom, and then we have a junk room that is, you couldn't even get in it.
Guest bedroom, they can go to a motel, and now there's your room to set up your stuff.
Well, Jamie, here's what I do. I've moved internationally many times, right? I've moved all around the world. I've moved from Ireland to Germany, Germany to Singapore, Singapore to the US, and I've moved internally in the US 3 times.
Yeah, I'm grabbing the picture right now, Kate.
And my process is, if it's in a box within between 6 and 12 months and not being removed, we don't need it anymore. So get rid of it.
It's not. I have a tanning bed in there that I need to get rid of. I need to get it sold. But my husband builds model cars, and he will buy.
Jamie, that's not a picture. That's actually a little tiny object.
Oh, that's so cute.
She made everything in there.
Wow,
that's amazing.
That's awesome.
That is amazing.
That's a good job, Kate.
I don't have the 22 watts.
Let me pull up my. I can make that bigger. Hold on.
The junk room is mostly like a model store. There's model cars that go around 3 walls on shelves because he buys out people's like stock, I guess.
Yeah.
This is pretty crazy. I mean, to me, it looks like a picture, but yeah, I know that it's not.
No, she said it's a picture.
Oh, it is a picture. I thought this was her miniatures. Oh, that's what she's recreating. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So on the Falcon and Skyfire, I haven't seen it. I haven't used it, so I can't give my input on it. So, but if it's 22 watt output, it's probably a 4 diode laser, or it's either 3.7 or a 4 5 watt laser diodes inside in the head. I'm not sure which ones are which it has. But for cutting, it'll be fine, you know. And for engraving, it'd be good as well because you'd never run at 100% power when you're doing engraving, and you should never run a diode at 100% power anyway. But like it'd be a fine. I'm sure it'd be a fine machine, but I've never used it. 4-6 months. Okay.
I've never heard of a diode burning out running at 100% power. But
Oh, I have.
We had somebody on last week that said it's happened to them.
I've seen it happen.
Has it happened to you?
They have a duty life cycle, and if it's not, if the diodes are not properly cooled internally, the duty life cycle, what happens is it will get too hot and it'll kill the diode over time.
Yeah. Okay.
So you should never run them at 100%. They showed it all the time on camera. 100% power cutting this and 100% power cutting that. You know, good on you because you can go to a shelf and pull a new one off it whenever it dies, because they will die.
Yeah.
You need active cooling on a diode to give it a 100% duty cycle, and they don't have that. I have a laser for a green laser I use for pointing in the sky. It has an active cooling system in it, and it's 100% duty cycle. So I can run. It always runs at 100%, and it's designed to that it won't burn out. But a lot of most of the other diode lasers out there, like used for cutting and so on, are not.
And here's that print that just finished this morning from the Cheaty that's printing behind me. This is from Fox Spring, and this is in spaghetti filament from TH3D PLA. This is what I was going to print with on my live stream the other day when I had the problem with there being a clogged heat break. And I contacted Clock Spring because this plug will not screw in, it just falls in. It kind of sits there and then it falls in. Yeah, see, it falls right inside it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm printing a box for it right now where this slides into a three-side, like a tissue box. It's open on one side and it slides into it. That's what I'm printing. So I'm going to be, and then the benchy that I did, this is what I was going to do during the live stream and it didn't happen. I printed it later once I took the hot end apart and then clogged the heat break. But it came out pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's not bad either. So it's good.
I'm doing the 3-color black, blue, purple. This is a fail.
Nice.
But who sent me this?
Hey, Jamie, the Creative Collector wants some awesome people on there all the time. Just message him, and he'll have you on one of his live streams. He's on every Wednesday or Thursday night. He does Creative Collector does a live stream.
Who?
Creative Collector.
Oh, Henry?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to do a live stream show together and have on other painters, but yeah.
I've been on there a couple times. He has a guy from the UK on there all the time. I forget his name, which is bad of me, but I forget
Brimley. We actually Henry and I.
Greedy 3D, yeah.
Greedy 3D, yeah. Henry and I had talked to him about being the first guest on our show. Well,
yeah, Greedy's got a good channel. I like his work. So.
Henry has given up on me, I believe, because he used to send me messages. You're going to upload something this week? And, you know.
Well, I didn't send you an invite for a couple of weeks. And my wife said, why aren't you sending her an invite? She won't come. I said, she knows when I'm on, and she always is busy with family or her mom. I'm not going to bother. I'll give it a couple of weeks, and I'll send her another invite. But I'm always on. Everybody's always welcome. If I forget to send you an invite or you're in chat, you're always welcome anyway. So
yeah,
I'm always here.
Kid Skyfire. The air assist that comes with the laser will give you cleaner cuts. So you won't get you won't get as much burning when you do your cutting. All right, that's the main thing about the air assist.
But
and
you can make your own air assist.
You can. You can do it with a fish tank pump.
That's what I use.
Yeah. But all it does is it does. Oh,
you take it off?
No. Yeah, I gotta jump off here.
Well, thank you very much for coming, Patrick. I really appreciate it. Keep up the great work on the videos, and like I say, you're always welcome. And everybody, go check out Light Source Engraving over on YouTube.
All right.
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
You too. I got to run too, you guys. It's 5:15.
All righty.
I didn't know it was that late. I got to cook supper.
All right. You have a great day.
That's the wonderful thing about being the wife.
Have an awesome day, and I hope you feel better.
You
Does that
too.
make Jerry the wife then?
What?
Does that make Jerry the wife in his house because he does cooking?
He does the cooking?
He's
I
the
do
wife.
everything. I cook, I clean, I do everything. I deliver. I'm a waiter. I deliver food to the bedroom of my wife all the time.
Oh my goodness. My goodness. Well,
Have an awesome day.
y'all too.
But she was on my live stream yesterday or 2 days ago. I actually got her to sit here and read chat off camera the whole time I was doing my live stream.
She was in here a second ago because she told me
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah, she was in her chat, in the chat. Yeah.
What is next week? The 22nd? I will do my best. I don't know what I got going. I don't know.
Kate is asking for your website, your page.
The 22nd is a car show. But who wants to know what?
Kate wants to know your
Kate, everything is Homemade Jam 3D.
Homemade Jam 3D.
Yeah, just look for Homemade Jam on Facebook and YouTube and
No, not Facebook. Facebook is Jamie Lynn Robinson.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't take the time to.
You can create a page under your with your account.
I did,
Okay.
but I don't want it to be. I
I'll
probably will make it public, but I had done that for Patreon.
Oh, okay.
But I'm probably not ever going to. Once I get off my ass, I've got to get off my ass, y'all.
Jamie, you should get off your ass.
Okay, I'm out of here because right now I'm going to get off my ass and cook dinner.
Later.
See ya.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah. Okay, so your P1P to hot and fit. You only after 12 days of printing. I've been printing with mine for 2 months, nonstop, 24/7, 365. Like for over two and a half months now.
Did it ever get better, and are you happy with it now, or still has issues?
It still has issues, but I found a way to get around it.
Okay.
And basically, I don't print like on the across the front of the x-axis. I do not print a flat wall that way. I actually get my parts and I tilt them so there's no flat surface on the x-axis.
Oh, you just turn them angle them on the bed, not flat with the bed.
Yeah, I angle them a little bit, I twist them a little bit, and that way then there is no flat surface, so it gets rid of it. But the issue is there. They know it's an issue, and they don't know how to fix it. All I do is PETG, 100% PETG. I buy PETG spools in 10 kilos a spool, and I stick it on. I get about 23 days out of a 10-kilo spool, and then I take it off and put on another 10-kilo spool and keep going.
So you think PLA doesn't work really well on it?
It does. I've done PLA on it. It's fine, but PETG is way. I just mostly use PETG anyway.
My Ziltech filament that I originally bought like 12 rolls to go with my X1 carbon was printing great, doing those bottles and things in multicolor. And then out of the blue, I had a bunch of prints I would print that only get about a half inch to a quarter inch to a half inch tall. Then I'd start getting stringing or fur, and I knew it was going to clog the extruder, so I would stop the print. I would put Polymaker in, the print would finish perfect. So personally, I think I just need to dry the roll before I print with it, because I had great luck with it, and then all of a sudden, none of my Ziltech is printing good on my X1.
Well, I do mostly PETG printing anyway, right? As I say, I buy the big spools of it, the really big spools. I can show you some of the empties; they're huge. But like I used to buy PETG in 2.5 kilos. Now I just buy 10s. It's cheaper. But I've done PLA and it was printed fine on this, but I much prefer PETG. I get fantastic prints on it out of PETG.
I'm going to share the link, but that's the wrong link.
Yeah,
you do it. How's it going, Real? You do it? Good
so
to see you.
Poly, I mostly use 90% of what I use is IC3D PETG. I like the recycled PETG over all PETGs. The recycled PETG is fantastic, and it's a little cheaper than full price than the normal PETG. Let me show you the size of the spools.
I've got a roll of white Ziltech, a Texas size spool of white PETG, and it's just sitting. It's just big and clunky, and
finished.
They're a pain. I need to dry it actually, but it's so darn big. Your print just finished?
Yeah.
Oh, another horn seat cushion, right?
Yeah.
So, Jerry, put me up. So most of you buy spools in a 1 kilo spool like this, right? I buy them in spools this size.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
That's 10 kilos of recycled PET. That's the size I buy, and it's cheaper. One of these is cheaper than 10 of these.
Yeah, well, it should be. Otherwise, there'd be no point in buying such a big
Yeah.
spool. I'm not getting a deal.
Yeah, you get it. It's cheaper, and like IC3D PET is something like $33 for a 1 kilo spool because it's a really high grade material.
Like buy 9 get 10 free, or get 1 free, buy 9 get 1 free, sort of.
It's more than that actually, because if you talk about 10 of these at $30, that's $300, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, Kate. I'm not sure yet, but maybe. But take care, Kate. And this
Bye,
is
Kate.
$180.
Have a great night, Kate. Thank you for coming in.
So it's a third of the price. Sorry, you save a third on the price. This is $180 for 10 kilo, and these are $30 a piece. So you save yourself over $100 by buying it for the large spools. But I use that. That would only last me less than a month. I get about 23 to 24 days out of a 10 kilo spool, so I have to get one a month at least for one printer.
Has my video quality been any better, or any? Because I went to Gigablast like 2 weeks ago. I got a different modem.
It always did look fine for me, other than the glitch every now and again.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take me off big screen now. We don't need to be here.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm doing a Liam. I forgot. Yeah, it's like people leave a chat comment up too long, and they're on way down the road talking about something else, and they forgot to pull a comment down.
Well, for the big spools, for the big 10 kilo spool, I just have a very simple design, which is a base that's with two raised areas on it, and you put a bowl through it, and you put in 3 bearings front and back. You have 2 of those, and you just stand the spool on the set. That's all it is. So it's got 608 bearings, and it's got 3 front, 3 back, so it's wide to take the extra width of this to give it some room. And I just have 2 of those stands, and that's it. And it just stands on the surface.
Tells a roller with their Texas-sized spools you can buy from them. It's reasonable. I done a video on them a long time ago.
And the nice thing about for them, because IC3D are in Columbus, Ohio, and I'm in Michigan. If I order from them, let's say today, let's say I place the order right now, right? They're not working tomorrow. So Monday they'll see the order. They'll ship the order Monday, and I'll have it Tuesday. As long as the material's in stock, I'll have it the next day, within a day of shipping.
And those of you watching Mandalorian last night was awesome. Awesome episode last night. Really good episode.
I'm a bit behind the Mandalorian. I haven't had time.
I never started it yet.
I'm ramping up on.
You're not.
Do you have astronomy?
You're not a Star Wars fan if you haven't started it yet.
Yeah.
I'm a Star Wars fan, but I just don't have time.
Man. This is not the way, man.
This is not the way. Yeah. So for IC3D, it's next day for me. And yeah, you said since you're in Texas, you're right by Zealtech, you can get a really fast delivery too. Yeah, but they're very close to me, and I get good prices. And they offer recycled PETG.
I believe they're in Houston.
Yeah, but Zealtech, yeah. But IC3D offer recycled PETG, so I can get when you recycle PETG, when it goes back through the process, the polymer chains are shortened, so it actually prints easier. It actually prints much easier than regular raw PETG. It actually prints nicer. There's only a few companies that offer recycled materials like that. And I think I like the recycled PETG. They have a beautiful purple. All their colors are nice, but I love the purple. I like the blue, and I like their cherry. They're really, really nice materials.
Another print failed.
Really?
I'm printing with some Jamhe white filament, white resin, and I've been printing with their gray. It's been coming out beautifully, but they sent me some white, which is really thick like glue. And I sliced up a really big bust of Mandalorian in it the other day, and I was printing it, and I have half the wrap on the build plate, and I know the other half is going to be in the bottom of the vat. So I contacted my rep, told him what happened, sent him pictures, and he told me what settings to change. That happened to him. Well, his settings didn't work, so now I've wasted more white resin. I've only got 2 bottles of white, and what I'm printing is going to take like 1.5 bottles. So if I hate to have to take a different color to finish a video and dump something else in it. So, nope, that didn't work. So I'll clean that. That's a pain in the butt.
Yeah. So, Polly, I have a couple of those 10 empty spools. I'm keeping the spools because they'll be at the Midwest Rep Rap Festival. I'll be driving down there for the Saturday for Murph. And they recycle the spools. So when I'll bring back those 10 kilo spools back to them when I for Murph. I'll be driving there because it's only a 4-hour drive for me to Indiana, to Gershon, Indiana. So I'll drive down. I'll give them back the spools while I'm there.
I have clear resin. Maybe I'll just use clear. They sent me 2 big bottles of clear. It's going to print good and clear because you can see right through it. And then I'll show the busting clear right before I primer it. Then you can't see the clear again.
So you said you have a 10 kilo of PETG, Jerry?
Yeah, I got a white. I got a. I don't know if it's 10. It's a Texas size spool. I think it's a 5, isn't it?
They could be. I don't think they offer 10s, do they?
Yeah, I think it's a 5. It's not as big as yours.
Well, we all know that, Jerry. You went there. I just
my brother's in the hospital, and he's concerned about. He's not comfortable with being seen by people. You know, he's never been in the hospital much, and I almost said, "Well, what? You're 6'1". Look at me. I'm 5'8". How do you think I feel?" But I didn't want to go there and tell him that. But.
Yeah, it's 5 kilos is what they offer. Yeah, I was just thinking. Yeah,
I think they're too big and clunky. I don't like big spools.
They're okay. Well, what they charge because I'm doing it for the toys and so on.
Probably make it a 3 kilo roll.
Yeah, no, well, the 3 kilo rolls would only last me less than a week. About a week is all I get out of a 3 kilo.
If you can get a good deal buying a larger bulk, then it's worth it. But like on resin, I've seen a company years ago. Sure, you can buy a big giant container of resin, but you figure out how many bottles that is. You're not saving any money. So if you're not getting a deal, there's no reason to buy it.
Well, I'm getting a deal because I'm doing it for the toys.
Yeah.
So what would cost most people $180, I'm getting it for $135. So I'm actually saving even more than what you would be if you're just buying the 10 kilo anyway. But it's 100% toys. I'm using it for nothing else. I'm just printing toys with it.
I was telling Matt before the stream, I got this new Cheedy X+3 printer behind me.
I'm jealous.
I'm sitting here yesterday, and I'm trying to think of what am I going to print? Because I've done so many videos on printers, and I don't want to repeat the same prints. What can I print? I'm sitting there looking at different sites, trying to figure out what can I print that's different. I still need more ideas. So, you know, I got my resin printers. I can do busts and stuff like that and statues. But when it comes to FDM, I don't really want to print a bust on it. I could. It just depends what kind of filament. But
well, you could just do a 0.1 layer height, so you'll have a nice smooth surface.
And I got
I'm jealous that you got that because that would be perfect to go side by side with the P1P for toy printing.
Well, when Sam got on, Sam said, "Hey, Jerry, what's this big box this company randomly sent me?" He got the X Plus that a lot of big streamers have got. It's like 300 by 300 by 350 or something, the bigger version of this.
Yeah.
And he's a third-party company blindly sent it to him. And then Tripod had mentioned they contacted them and said, "Here's a list. What do you want?" And I happened to see some Aurora Tech's video. And it's like, "Well, that's cool. I've already reviewed one from them. Let me contact the rep." It took me a while to figure out her name because, you know, I go to my PMs and I can't remember who's who. So I'm clicking on everybody, reading comments, trying to figure out what company they're with, and I got to look at the next one. I'm stupid. I don't write stuff down in the book where I know what rep is with what company.
Yeah.
So once I found out, she's like, "Sure, we can send you this one." I asked about the big one, and she says, "No, that's not available anymore, but we can send you the smaller one."
Yeah, no. My supply of machines has dried up.
Content is what it's all about, making content.
Well, yeah, like I just said, if I had one of those, I would stream it 24/7 doing toys. That's all. That's 100% what I'd be doing 24/7.
Post pics, make content, and then after you do that for a little bit, then start contacting.
But I
people.
was doing that, and I used to get lots of machines, and now it just went dry. So I don't have anything to do. I don't have videos to do anymore. It's fine. It is what it is.
You can do follow-up videos on things you already have if you want. Make new content with that.
Well, there's one thing I have to do. I have some PVA material, so I'm going to do some IDEX printing with PVA, and I'm going to do a small bit on that. I have I need to do some printing with.
Hey, non-fam's back. Congrats. Welcome back. Most of our people left. See, non-fam left, and most of our guests left on-fam.
Yeah, I have to do a simple print. I'm going to do a print where it's all PVA support, and then I'm going to do another print where it's only PVA at the support interface layer. So I'm going to do.
Yeah. If my viewers ever get offended that I vape, and they said, well, we're not going to watch you if you vape, well, then I'm going to lose everybody, so I'm not going to stop vaping. So hopefully that'll never happen.
I know a buddy of mine. He left his girlfriend because she wouldn't stop vaping. He left her.
There's no odor. It doesn't smell on your breath.
Doesn't matter. He left her because of it.
Okay. Cigarettes stink. I smoked almost 2 packs a day most of my life, and now that I don't smoke, when I'm around cigarette smoke, I can't stand the odor of cigar smoke. So now cigarette smoke smells as bad as cigar smoke, but vaping has no odor. If it's a flavor that you're vaping, which I think I got strawberry or something in it, you might slightly smell that, but it dissipates. It doesn't leave a film, stink, nothing.
Thanks, non-fan. Knew you would always be on our side. You cheese-eating rat. I won't finish it. I won't say the other word. He knows I'm only joking with him. But so I'm just saying, I know guys who have, like, he was engaged to her, and because she wouldn't give it up, he walked.
Yeah, about a month or so ago, I was on a live.
You know we love you. Do not shut up.
Creative Collector had me on the live stream, and I didn't know when he pulled me in we were live. And Non-Fam was in chat, and I told them who Non-Fam was, that he's a great guy and all this and that. And then a few minutes later, I realized there was a comment in chat talking about something I had said. It wasn't Non-Fam, it was somebody else. It's like, are we live? Oh, yeah, we're live. We didn't tell you. No, I'm glad you didn't say the wrong thing, because I had no idea. I popped into a live stream. I didn't know they went live yet.
Yeah.
That's why you see a little red button on the side, live button running.
I know. It was on my screen, but I didn't notice it. I was just looking at the people. It says, everybody, it says live right above Liam.
Wait,
right
what?
there.
We're live?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even realize we were live. So, because, I cuss a lot and this and that, but I try not to on stream unless I do it intentionally.
And sometimes those moments happen, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's what I would be doing if I had one of those. I'd stream it 24/7 printing. So I'm doing it now with a P1P.
They want to try to sell them, so they want the videos to be out there, unboxings, videos, follow-ups, pictures, social media. It's like with any company, they want lots of posts.
Well,
and
I've dealt with the same contact you've dealt with them, and I'm not getting any responses. So
yeah.
The same happened to me with Flying Bear. I was dealing with someone at Flying Bear, planning and stuff, and all of a sudden they went quiet.
Yeah, you've had a few people you've got things from, and I know you've given me the same contact, and then they ignore me. But
yeah,
fine.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it's just part of the process. We're not big enough. We're not big enough for them to be shoving stuff in our way all the time. I had some great runs at it. I had some fantastic runs where I got lots of machines.
I think I've got like 4,300 subscribers on YouTube, and I've done it for so long with like over 300 videos. You would think that I'd have 20 or 30,000 subscribers, but I don't. It's just my analytics. It's something it's not, I don't know, maybe I'm not putting in the right title, the right thumbnail. There's a lot of different things. I'm sure if I had a professional that knew how to do all that, he could come over to my house for a day, sit down and fix all my videos and make it happen just by changing the titles, the keywords, certain things. So there's certain things I'm not doing right that hasn't made my channel boom. But
yeah, I don't know. I haven't dug into the SEO for that. I understand SEO. It's been a long time since I've done it, but I haven't dug into the SEO requirements around YouTube and all this kind of stuff.
People were saying, even on people we've had on here, said that before you do a video, figure out what your thumbnail is going to be in your name. No, I do that last. I make the video as it's uploading. I figure out a title, which is going to be whatever I want it to say, and then I make a thumbnail, like whatever. I don't type it in and see what keywords pop up as I'm typing that subject, but maybe I guess I should. So.
Yeah. No, I haven't, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
At least I got I actually cut my lawn for the first time this year today. So that's what I was doing today. This morning I was cutting the lawn. My first cut is always bagged because you get leaves and everything else in your lawn, So I pick it all up when I bag the person.
Do you cut it straight back and forth, or rectangular, or at an angle? Because there's always tire tracks. Or do you go every which way?
No, well, I start off up. I like at the start of the year I'll do one, but every now and again I change it because the grass tends to grow the way you cut it, and if you don't change up the pattern in which you're cutting your grass, it will actually grow away in a direction, so you don't cut it as good. So like I will do, like, say, for 2 or 3 weeks I will do it in one direction, not up and down, right, front to back. The next week I'll do left and right. Then I'll do cross angles across it and so on.
Do you have to I know you probably have a lot of humidity there and rain. Do you have to have sprinklers there or no?
Oh, in summer, yes, most definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna say good night, and you guys.
Good morning, man.
Well, it's not morning yet. I think
it is, isn't it?
No, it's 11:25.
Have a great night, sir. Thank you for stopping in. Keep up the great work and get lots of sleep. And congrats on that printer. So next time we talk to you, it will be printing, and we're going to see posts on Facebook.
What printer did you get?
A1P. You got a tracking number.
You finally got it. It's on its way.
Yeah.
Good man.
So, are you streaming Tuesdays? Maybe.
I don't know.
All right. Let me know, and am I going to stream then?
I have a lot going on. An awful lot going on. With work. We lost a member of our team. Well, he wasn't directly part of my team, but we lost one of the guys a week ago. He passed with a massive heart attack.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
He was only 45 years old, and I've been busy a lot recently. But now with him passing, we're going to be really busy until we have someone who's able to get up to speed. So.
My brother's in the hospital right now. He had to get a hip replacement 2 days ago, right?
Yeah, you said, yeah.
I get released today. Well, he says I have 2 envelopes, one for you and one for you. Bye-bye. An envelope for each of us. So if something catastrophic happened, he had a couple envelopes he wanted us to read. He says, and, obviously don't open these if something doesn't happen to me. Well, he came through the surgery okay. My sister, she had to take his walker home because his hip was screwed up to bring it back to the hospital the next day. I guess she opened up the letter. She said, I want to see what John wrote. I said, why'd you do that? He didn't die. He didn't want it opened. He says, and she said it was, well, she read this in front of him. She said it in front of him. She goes, oh, Jerry, it was instructions on how to take care of his cats if he dies.
Okay.
Because he has outside cats that he feeds. I'm like, and it made him mad. It's like, Janie, why did you open that? That was only, I said, what if he's telling you all of his dirty, dark secrets or things he's done in his life he wanted somebody to know about when he died? I said, you shouldn't have opened the letter.
Well, here's my view on stuff like that, right? Never do anything that would embarrass you or your family if you died tomorrow and people had to look at your stuff.
Yeah.
If you can live that way, then you're living fine. And then it's never going to be an issue.
Yeah, they're going to find something in the closet they shouldn't find.
Exactly. So if that's the way if you live like that, then you're fine.
You got some new prep models. You want to share, Denny? I'll give you a link. I'm going to pop in and show everybody.
Hey, Denny.
If anybody else would like to drop in, you're welcome to do so. We got 34 people watching on YouTube. Let's see. We got 18 on YouTube and 16 on Twitch currently watching. If
I'll only be around till about 7 o'clock my time, Jerry, which is in about 40 minutes, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to
have to get engraving done tonight.
And I got 15 minutes. If no one else drops in, I'm going to end the stream in a couple of minutes. If Denny drops in, I'll end it in 15 minutes.
Yeah, because I have engraving to get done tonight. I have
yeah, another failed print. That really irritates me.
Yeah, when did it fail? Like half the way through or at the beginning?
When it got high enough that I could see that the raft, which is as big as a build plate, because it's a big bus, right? 200% scale. I could see the raft. There's nothing attached to it. There's no supports. And
it failed that early. Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and when that happened yesterday, half of that big ass wrap was stuck to the FEP, and the other half was up here. So
maybe the exposure time is not long enough.
Delete Dave's browser history if he passes away. Dave, you want to pop in and chit chat, Dave, or no? Because Dave Gatton will be on tonight at 6 p.m. If anybody is interested. He does everything CNC. He has a panel of 3. He has a lot of people in chat, and they have a giveaway every Saturday at 6 p.m. They do
I need to get a bigger CNC.
I'm really thinking about that same Smart, the small one that he bought that looks like a Onefinity. I'm really thinking about buying it.
But which version of it? There's 2 sizes in it.
It looks exactly like the Onefinity. I forget which model it is. Dave, if you know the model, throw it in chat.
That's the Prover 6040 or the 6060.
I think it's a 4040.
They have a 6040 as well, and I think they have a 6060 or 6050. They have the 6050 and they have the 6040, I believe.
It looks like a mini Onefinity. You can put a Makita router on it, or
they have the 4040 as well.
Yeah, the 4040.
I thought they had a 6040.
But it's got NEMA 17s on it. It travels real slow. It doesn't move that fast. But it's a well-built, nice-looking machine from what I can see in everybody's videos. And Dave has done a video on it. He'll probably do more on it.
Oh, you got the 4040 Pro. That's $650.
I would love the Onefinity, and they were on sale $100 off like a month or so ago. They were on sale, and I tried to get the company to give me a discount, and they wouldn't. So my channel's not big enough. I wanted them to send me one. I emailed them back yesterday, I think, and I haven't heard back yet. Yeah, if I had $4,000, I'd buy the Onefinity since they went up in price $1,000 since they've got the new controller box on it.
Yeah, I'd like this the Prover XL, the 6050 Prover XL Plus. But that's $1.5. That's $1,800.
Mm-hmm.
Plus taxes, probably close to $2,000, right? The 4040 Pro is.
Don't buy anything with belts on it. Either lead screws or ball screw. Don't buy anything with belts. They suck.
Yeah, the 4040 Pro is $700, but they also have the Prover, the XL, the 4030, which is all lead screw driven, and that's 4030, but that starts at $1,000.
Yeah, on my live stream, I don't know why I did this. If you watched into my live stream the other day, Dave, I'm doing an unboxing. At the end of the live stream, I'm plugging Dave's channel. I'm thinking, why am I doing this? I like your channel, Dave, so I don't know why I get you stuck in my head, and I try to promote your channel. You're a good guy, but anyway.
No, I like Dave's channel, but yeah, I'd like the 6050 is what I'd really like, and that's $800. That's $1,800 before taxes. So how fast are you printing on the Max 3, Jerry?
The X Plus 3.
What?
Just, I don't know, whatever is default standard. I didn't try to crank up the speeds on it.
That's the Clipper version. That's Clipperized, right?
Yes, it does have Clipper on it. It doesn't have a camera in it. And I have to contact them and see if one can be added. It doesn't have a camera. It looks like a mini fridge. It looks just like a mini fridge about 20 years ago. The fan in the control board's a little bit loud. You can hear it.
You could always replace that with a Noctura later on.
Yeah, it's got a big parts cooling fan on it. Not as big as a Bamboo, but the build volume on it, which I'll read it. I wrote it down here on a piece of paper. The Bamboo, including the P1P, is 256 squared. This one is 280 by 280 by 270. So it's slightly bigger. It does have a clipper. It's got a heated chamber to go up to 65C. It can accelerate at 20,000 millimeters a second. And its normal travel speed is 600 millimeters a second. So
you're probably printing it between 300 and 400, I'm guessing. Looking by the speed of the head behind you is looking about 300 or 400.
The spool goes on the back, which I don't like. It has like on the Cheedy iPass, the big one that I have, the spools go up top and they're in the enclosure with desiccant. This one is the same box that mounts directly on the back. So when I set it over here next to the Bamboo, when I want to change film, I got to drag it out and I got to drag it, spin it around, change the filament, turn it back around. So it's nice and compact that way, but it's just on the back. It's not on the side. And on the iPass, the USB stick goes in the front by the door. The door opens up all the way on the iPass out of your way. This one only opens halfway. So if you got it open halfway and you walk by it, you're going to break the door off because it'll either break or it'll pull off. I don't know which. I don't want to find out. But I wish it would swing all the way back out of the way, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
But
so it's printing pretty fast by the looks of it. So yeah, I would love one of those for the toys.
Here, I can zoom in on it. Let me go to my camera right here.
To the right.
Wrong way.
Your other right. Yeah, it's doing infill right now.
Yeah, it's zoomed all the way in from where the camera.
Yeah, that's what I'm printing similar to that speed on the P1P right now. But if that can print the same speed as the P1P and not have those vertical lines on the walls, I prefer that over it.
Oh, here's something I can show you since I'm moving the camera around.
And they're almost the same price, aren't they, as the P1P?
It's $7.99.
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit more expensive. A little bit
Look,
more.
I hung my other starship. I didn't finish painting it, but I hung it.
Oh, nice.
That big giant monster's hanging on the ceiling now. The Klingon bird of prey is behind the Romulan warbird.
Two different eras.
There we go.
Yeah. So if that could print those walls flat, not like what the P1P does for me, I would recommend people to buy that instead.
Everybody watching, if you're like CNCs, you're into CNCs, you want to hang out with a great crowd of people, here is the link. I'll post it in chat. So everybody that's watching on Twitch and YouTube can go check out Dave's channel. It's right here. And I haven't watched in a couple of weeks. I've missed your show, Dave. I've got busy, and between 6, 7 o'clock, it's usually like 7:30. It's like, oh, I missed it. I'll try to tune in later if I remember. But sometimes I forget. But you never know. If you guys forget to watch the live stream, it's always there for reruns. So you just won't be live in chat, but you'll still learn all the great information. So, and sometimes here you learn stuff here. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you don't. But what kind of killed my live stream the other day was this right here. Now, in the live stream, as I mentioned, and I said below the video, somebody had commented that I was trying to print ABS at PLA temperatures. The printer comes with a spool of ABS, or half spool. I simply showed it. It was black. And then I mentioned, and I showed it, I'm going to print with purple PLA from TH3D. I loaded it to the nozzle. I heated up to 220 to run it extra hot because it's going to be moving faster like the bamboo. And I wouldn't extrude. I couldn't get it to work. And people were, in chat saying this and that. And somebody commented on a video that it was a mistake, a rookie mistake, that I was trying to print ABS at PLA temperatures. That isn't what I was doing. So once I contacted the company, I said, how do you take the extruder apart? They sent me a little video, and you pull out some screws, pull it out, turn it over, take out these screws, pull the heat brake out of the heat sink. When I did that, here's what was inside. So once I had the nozzle off, I could just push it right through and knock it out. I didn't have to heat it up to get it out. But that is red filament, and that's a little red burnt bit next to it. That was in
probably ABS.
Yeah, there's no way I could have, and the printer did heat up to 280 degrees at one point, and that would have been very hot, but that was so far up in the heat break, it wasn't going to get hot in the heat that far up. It wasn't at the nozzle. So, but I got it cleared, no big deal. It's just to kind of kill my live stream when that happened. Because I didn't want to just start unscrewing everything and taking everything apart, which maybe I should have. My wife could have kept talking, and I could have got it fixed if I would have done that and then been printing. But oh well, it is what it is.
It happens, but they
live and learn.
Yeah, but it probably was. They probably tested with ABS, and you probably had. That's what the cloud was probably. That's why it didn't melt.
Actually, when I had opened the silver roll, I didn't even realize when I showed it to everybody that was even ABS in my hand. I didn't read the label because I'm busy with everything going on. I showed it and I didn't stop to take the time to read. But that is, they send high temp material hoping that you print it because it has an enclosed chamber. But on the SD card had no files on it. They didn't send any pre-sliced files. That's
well, it's an early. You probably got an early release, one of the previews machines that was sent out.
Yeah, there was no files on it, so I figured that if there's nothing on it, I'm gonna have a Benchy pre-sliced, which I did. So because it's the same software that I use on my iPass, their software.
Oh, you mean the slicer?
Yeah.
What slicer do they use? They have their own, don't they?
Yeah, it'll be minimize all my screens here. I'll tell you the name. It's Kitty Print.
Okay.
They call it.
Hey, Tech Dad.
Hello, Tech Dad. How you doing today?
Yeah. So.
Thank you very much, Roger Brown. Yeah, Tech Dad. We're getting ready to wrap it up. We had a lot of people on camera earlier. We had like 8 or 9 people on camera. We gave away 1 roll of filament, and I'm going to raid over, I guess. Let me find a channel to raid on Twitch. I'll run my outro. You guys will get to see my new outro that I made. Let me see who's on Twitch. Dr. Dirt, Charity Makers, Chris Brillo, Maker Deck.
Charity Makers is always on. Charity Makers streams 24/7.
But they only got 1 viewer, and I don't want to raid into 1 viewer.
Yeah.
I'm going to raid into Maker Deck. They got 57 watching. I'm going to start the raid, and I'm going to run my outro, and everybody have an awesome day. Give me 1 second, Liam. I'll chat with you for a minute.
Yep.
Okay, the raid is going to start here in just a minute.
Take care, guys.
Wait till it's ready. But thank you, everybody. It's really awesome. I've got a video coming out in about a week on this printer. So here goes the raid, and then I'm going to run my outro. Take care, everybody.